Oh my goodness.
Bro, we had a blast, okay?
I had a good time tonight.
That was
too.
so much
Like,
fun.
wait until you had a blast. Like,
Yo. I'm sorry, baby, not you. You.
me?
Yes, you. Come hither.
Wait, what?
Hither.
We love lies.
So what, you got trying to talk to me, baby?
Usually everybody tries to holler at them.
My mind is more flexible than most niggas. I ain't got that kind of time for them broke bitches. You could look like Lou Gossett if you making a deposit in my life and I call you my wife. This shit ain't a riddle. You feel like the fucking monkey in the middle. The truth is you felt unattractive since you was little. The proof is you've been overactive sexually. Cause your friends say pussy is power on IG, but pussy just power for an hour or so. The rest of the day, you a hoe. Sound a little harsh, yeah, but of course, East ain't West, and South ain't North. You don't need snow tires when you driving a Porsche. You don't pay that kind of price to be driving on thin ice, nah. But lucky for you, I'm not those niggas. I'm the motherfucking truth on these hoes, nigga. I'ma shine you up until you glow, nigga. Support your shit until you blow, nigga. Give you the game that help you grow, nigga. Remind you every day until you know, nigga. If pretty is what pretty does, I'm in love with a supermodel. Deep dive without the goggles.
Tell me you love me without saying you love me. Tell me you want someone, want someone. Tell me you want someone, want someone. Tell me you love me without saying you love me. Praying you love me. Praying you love me.
They slept on Snow White and she became the queen. They slept on mattresses and that became a thing. They slept on me, I bought a pinky ring and a berry white Chevy but painted it Al Green. Respectfully, intellectually, you in a cocoon, could be a butterfly soon. That's up to you. You ain't gotta lie to yourself. Why trick with these niggas when you can buy it yourself? Look, knowledge is wealth when it's knowledge itself. You are not a bad bitch when you in bad health. Do me a favor, give yourself a little more credit. You ain't like these other bitches, don't you ever forget it. Yeah, I said it.
Tell me you love me without saying you love me. Tell me you want someone, want someone. Tell me you want someone, want someone. Tell me you love me without saying you love me. Praying you love me. Praying you love me.
DT the kid. Pray God not watching me. Arm to the T, suppressor on the carbon 15. Still not in the rapper conversations. I promise it don't bother me the least. Long as it ain't stopping me from eating. I've been chasing bread since a fetus. I was taught my Miranda rights before I learned the Pledge of Allegiance. Never flying Spirit or Allegiant unless I got my parachute packed. Fortunate I made it out the gutter. I promise I would never move back. All these bitches I might need a nap. All these bitches I might lose track. Ladies love me, I'm a cool cat. We just kick it, I'm a shoe rack. Pockets crippin' all these blue bags, but metaphorically I'm seeing green. Clientele tapping on the window and me and Piff was serving through the screen. Missing Piff, I hoped it was a dream. I woke up, you're still gone. They say time heals all. They never told me how long. Papa never popped up, mama had to raise me all on her own. Papa nothing but a coward, mama ain't made me all on her own. All that ever made me was more strong. Well, maybe just a little bitter. I done grown numb to it, no feelings. Guess we grow from it if it don't kill us. Raised by pimps, prostitutes, and killers, what can I say? I think drug dealing might as well be my family trade. I ain't have no maid when it got paid, now I got it made. Tomorrow's still not promised, all a nigga can do is pray. That God's not watching you. If he was, he'd be ashamed. You nothing but a disappointment, damn homie, you ain't nothing like you claim. You ain't no big homie. You been getting extorted, paying niggas off so they don't pick on you. You ain't causing havoc, you ain't about the action, you ain't got the stick on you. You and I are not the same, and take some pocket change out and put a hit on you. Sega 12 with the switch, fat ass shells looking like rigatoni. Life's a bitch and she sucks. I just tell it how it is, call it real spill, maybe I'm a klutz. I got all these babies yet, I ain't never gave 2 fucks. Call it hard work, call it dedication, never call it luck. I grew up without a maid, when it got paid, now I got it made. Tomorrow never was promised, all a nigga can do is pray. The God's not watching us. Nas kick the door, you know how it go, now we all fucked. Niggas stop the toilet up with the pounds, now it won't flush. We gon' all get taxed, cause you know scared niggas don't hush. Oh, what a nightmare, thank God I finally woke up. With somebody lady, now she talking crazy, told me keep in touch. With somebody lady, and I thought I loved her till I bust a nut. Then I snap back 5950, back to my senses, back to my mission, back to my business. She can't be my missus, I'ma kill that pussy, she a living witness. She gon' swear she miss me, but I know she kidding. Hold my heart frozen, I can't even feel it. Here's a cold shoulder, bitches getting chilly. Stacking my pennies, trying not to spend it, just to bring Scooby snacks to my kiddies. All my people eat, only way we living, we ain't got to worry. I know how to get it, call me Chef Carrot, I'ma keep the trays coming in my kitchen. Thank the chef in kitchen, put up double digits. You just busted dishes, those my only wishes. We don't waste a smidgen, sipping on success, bad for my kidneys, so I gotta pass it like a Mike Bibby. On to my brother, then to my brother, then to my sister. Hope you get the picture. Long live pills. Long live pills. Long live pills. DT the kid.
M Harris Films. What you doing?
Hey, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What up, tribe? What's happening with you, man? I'm back for a second, man. You know, they had me locked away for 2 weeks, man. I couldn't go live, couldn't do nothing. But also at the same time, you know, life is lifing. And I can't play on the internet all day, you know. The internet ain't how I pay my bills, ain't pay how, you know, I take care of my family. So, you know, life is life. And so I had a moment this morning, which I ain't gonna be here long. Well, I mean, I'm not actually gonna be here long, but I'm gonna play a video from yesterday. For those of you who missed the video yesterday, I aired it on my second channel. So if you guys haven't subscribed to my second channel, it's Truthfully Speaking with Chief Cali. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe that channel. The video I'm about to play, I played it over on my other channel last night, but you know, I don't have that many people over there, so a lot of y'all probably missed it. Now, the video I'm about to play, what's up to everybody checking in? First of all, my sister Sonya C is definitely up in here. My sister Truth Be Told is up in here. Lady E is up in here. My cousin Slim Bull is up here. Indian Exposed is in here. My sister Nikki, Most Hated Bronze, is in here. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Oh man, I miss y'all too, Sonya. I miss y'all too. I just have to take care of life. You feel what I'm saying? Life. Hey, I don't make my money off of the World Wide Web, so I have to get in here. You know, knowledge seeker, what's happening with you? How you feeling? I have to get out here in the real world and make that money to pay these bills. You feel what I'm saying? To take care of this family. But the video I'm about to show y'all, I aired it yesterday on my second channel. Truthfully Speaking with Chief Cali. Y'all make sure y'all go check that out. Now, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. This is about the Marvin Sapp story. And I know it's been a couple of weeks probably now since that story has come out. But for some reason, people have really wanted to hear my perspective on that story, and I never really spoke on that story. And I'll just give you my reason why. Um, it's just because of where I'm at in my life, when it comes to these religions and these gods and things of the sort. You know, just not trying to offend anyone. It's just at this point in my life in 2025, I'm almost I just turned 47 years old, you know, and it's like at this point in my life, for me, it's kind of hard for me to believe that people even still believe in these preachers, and they believe in these religions, they believe in these bibles and these qurans, and for me, you know, it's just, this is my perspective. And this is why, after talking to I think me and Miss Sean had a very in-depth conversation the other night. um you know, and we were talking about this, and we were, you know, I was explaining a lot of things to her. What's up, my Cleveland sister, Natalia? What's happening with you? What's happening with you? We were talking, and she was just kind of telling me, and I was kind of explaining this to her too, because I was like, I just don't care to talk about this story, honestly, because I can't even believe people still are falling for this shit. Like, you know, and again, you know, you believe what you believe. I'm not trying to offend anyone with my perspective. This is just what I was telling her, and this is just where I stand with religions and gods, and you know, in my eyes, this is the biggest scam ever created to man. It's still the biggest scam ever created to man, ever, of any scam ever created. Religion, these literatures, these pastors, these preachers, they're the biggest scam ever created to man. And I was asking her the other day, because I have a true story, right? And Slim Bull is in here. If he's still in here, he can probably attest to this, because this is one of our friends. This, like, one of our old friends. We don't even associate with this guy anymore because of this. We have a old friend back home who actually became a preacher, and to the point of that, I ran across I found out that my mother was even following him, or something to that effect. She had liked some of his stuff, and I was like, how did my mom run across this guy? Like, so I text her, like, how do you know this guy? Like, how do you, mama, know this guy? Like, so my mom was like, I don't know who that is. I don't know. Like, you know, but she was like, why? Who is he? Like, she said, you know him? I said, yeah, mama, we know this guy. And this guy is a whole clown. He's a whole scumbag. He became a preacher. So in Cleveland, he's a preacher right now at some church. And you want to know why he said he became a preacher? He said he became a preacher because they're the most easy, it's the easiest way to get a bag. It's easy money to con them, to manipulate them. It's easy money, because all you can tell them anything. You can damn near tell the people in the church anything. And all you have to do is put God or Jesus into it, or say God and Jesus said it. And you can manipulate those people easily with no evidence to back up nothing you're saying. You just have to make it sound good to them. You just have to make them feel good. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about in my video. Now, I could have made this video short, but I chose to go a little in depth as me and Miss Sean were talking. And I told her, I'm going to do a response. You know, since y'all are asking, I'm going to actually do a reply to this, you know, a perspective to this video. And I'm not just going to tell y'all why I just want to show y'all like more evidence of why there's no way I follow this stuff. You'll have some believers that come out and say it's not about the church, it's about a relationship. Yeah, well, listen, man, this relationship is very one-sided when it comes to these religions. All of these gods of these religions operate the same. They're all playing hide and seek to this day. I mean, I think with all the things going on in the world, and for believers to constantly tell me that the devil is busy, it just baffles me that at what point what is God doing then? Like if y'all are constantly telling me the devil is busy, well, what is God doing? Is my question. Like, what is God doing while the devil is busy? There's one devil and there's 4,200 different gods, and y'all are constantly telling me the devil is busy. Now, again, right now, even at this point as I'm talking to y'all, I'm trying to watch my tone of voice. This is something me and Miss Shine talked about. She was saying you're saying some things because you just have to watch your delivery and how you deliver it. And like I told her, when it comes to me, I've come a long way in my delivery and how I delivered this message about religions and gods and this and that. I've come a long way. I'm at the point where I don't even really tell you what I think anymore. I just ask you questions and ask you, why do you believe this and why do you believe that? But with that being said, I'm gonna play this video that I did on the Marvin Sapp story. Now, I want you guys to tell me, in your opinion, did you think that man was actually doing God's work? Or do you think it was a holy hustle? It was a Jesus hustle, as I call it. Because I'm going to tell you this, I'm a preacher's kid. I've seen the Jesus hustle all my life. I've seen this holy hustle all my life. I've lived in different countries of the world. I've seen the holy hustle all my life. I'm sorry. So this video is not to offend those of you who still believe in these religions and these gods. And I just want to show you through my eyes how religions look, how these pastors look through my eyes. Someone who is not afraid of a place called heaven or hell, someone who does not fear a god or a devil. Like, this is what it looks like through my eyes. So I'll come back with my commentary after it's over. I just want you guys to see that what y'all saw with Marvin Sapp is nothing new at all. He was there to do exactly what he was there to do. Not only that, in this video at the end, I'm going to show you my conversation with an ex-bishop who's going to give you the game and show you that this Jesus hustle is not new. It's nothing new. What Sapp did, they've been doing this forever. And they prey on people who just believe. They prey on people who don't ask questions. I'm going to even show you in this video how these religions affect people's families, their relationships. So y'all check this out, man.
Do a challenge. Yeah, a challenge. It's 1,000 people right there on stream.
Yes, Pastor.
$20 a person. It's $20,000. That's it. $20 from each and every one of you. It's $20. Y'all can put y'all money down. Y'all up here with me. That's $100. I don't see y'all digging for it. It's 1,000 people in this audience. I need $20,000. $20 from each of you. No, don't leave. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. Yeah, you ain't know I had a YN right there. All I need is $20. Because at the end of the day, never would have made it without me. This is my church. So that's my $20. And from y'all, it's my $100. It costs to be the boss, and it costs to be up here. It's the VIP section. Fellas, go get the money, fellas. All I need is $20 from everybody. Get it around on that side. Nigga, get it around on that side. $20. All y'all doing is going to the restaurant. Italian beef dip, hot pepper. Y'all see that? How much we got?
18,000.
18,000? Who ain't getting money?
What's up, tribe? Well, by now, I'm sure many of us have heard the story that's circulating the World Wide Web about Marvin Sapp ordering the doors of the church to be closed while he takes up a $40,000 offering. Now, for many of you who are already familiar with me, you pretty much know my background when it comes to religion and the churches. My response to this story probably won't surprise you at all. But for those of you who are new to me and you don't know my perspective on religions, churches, and even God, I'll give you my thoughts on this story here. Growing up as a preacher's kid, and still a preacher kid to this day, both my parents are preachers. When I saw this story come across the World Wide Web, I was not surprised one bit. Now, for the sake of this video, I'll try to keep my thoughts and my perspective on religions and churches and guides directed towards this story specifically. So let's get into this story of Marvin Sapp ordering the doors of the church to be closed while he takes up a $40,000 offering.
Close the doors for me for a quick moment. I want everybody to remain standing quickly. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. Ushers, close the doors. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. Now, everyone up here, we've all sowed and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Ushers, close the doors. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. Giving is worship. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints. This is an easy miracle. We should be able to raise $40,000 tonight just from y'all giving. Look at us. Yeah. Now after you come up here, you can open the doors. Y'all can walk out the door after you come up here. But make sure you come this way before you go out the door. That's it. Close the door. If I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight.
For those of you who are probably wondering why I said when this story came across the World Wide Web, I wasn't surprised at all. I've seen the Jesus hustle all my life. You can actually go on the World Wide Web and you can find many of these so-called men and women of God getting over on their congregation and their communities with what I call the Jesus hustle. Check this out.
If I want to believe God for a $65 million plane, you cannot stop me. You cannot stop me from dreaming. You can't stop me from dreaming. I'm going want you to understand that if they discover life on Mars, if you think a $65 million plane was too much, if they discover that there's life on Mars, they gonna need to hear the gospel, and I'm gonna have to believe God for $1 billion space shuttle because we got to preach the gospel on Mars.
I'm going to.
Now, I want to jump in here. I want to show y'all, since I'm live, I can jump in with the commentary. I couldn't do this yesterday because I was on my other channel. What I'm doing right now in this video is I'm showing you that the Jesus hustle is nothing new. It's been here. They've been doing it. I'm talking back since the Reverend Ikes and way before then. I'm just showing y'all what SAP did was nothing new. And I'm about to walk y'all through this. I'm about to show y'all how they've been doing this to the churches, to the people of God forever. They've been hustling. It's simply a hustle. They tell you anything, and notice it's mainly women in the church. It's mainly women that they prey on, and you're going to hear about that a little further in the video. I added that in so you understand who they are really preying on. Okay, it's mainly women. That's who they target. Emotional women. Now, when it comes to these religions and stuff, it's all about making you feel good. It's all feel good. False hope. Sell you false hope. And if you don't believe me, if you don't believe what I'm saying right now, look at your neighborhood. Go outside, walk through your neighborhood, and see how many Black churches are on top of each other outside. Right in your neighborhood, you can probably count 5 churches back to back down your street before you even get to the corner right now. And your neighborhood is impoverished. It's at the bottom of the barrel. Go through one of them white folks' neighborhoods. You won't find a church. You'll probably find 1 or 2 churches in the whole little town somewhere. You feel what I'm saying? And those people are thriving. Those people are thriving very well. But in your neighborhood, they put churches on top of churches to sell you false hope. Hope. They sell you a dream. These pastors sell you prayer. In your neighborhood, all this praying you're doing, your neighborhoods are still impoverished. This same Jesus that you're praying to, this same Allah that you're praying to, this same Jehovah that you're praying to. Now, remember, the white folks are praying to this same Jesus too, with their 1 or 2 churches in their neighborhood. But when it comes to our people don't want truth. They don't want facts. They don't want evidence. They just want to feel good. You don't want to hear the truth. So I'm going to lie to you. Make it sound fly to you, is what CeeLo Green said in the Nigga Experience song. You don't want to hear the truth. So I'm going to lie to you. Make it sound fly to you. And this is what pastors and preachers, especially of these mega churches, this is what they do. They know you don't want to hear truth. You just want to be lied to, and you pay to be lied to. The better they make the lie sound, the more you go in your pockets and give them every Sunday. This is why religion and preachers and pastors, this is why the church is a big business. It's big business, and I mean big business. I'm talking about $1 million, $1 billion business to sell you false hope, imaginary dreams. This is what the church does. Now, back to what I'm showing you. At this point, you have Creflo Dollar raising his voice. If I need it, I'm gonna believe God. I'm gonna believe. Raising his voice, it's a pep rally. It's just simply a holy pep rally. He brings nothing to the table that he can prove to you that a God has done. He's going to bring nothing to the table. This guy on the screen, he's going to bring nothing to the table to show you that a God did this for him. But what he's going to do is he's going to talk good to you, make it sound fly to you, make you feel good in your emotions. Remember, I told you, they mainly talk to women. Women are very emotional, okay? So they play on women's emotions. So they raise their voice, they talk real good, they stomp their feet, they clap their hands, they make it sound fly to you. And you go, the more they make it sound fly, the more they give it to you, the more they put some swag on it. The more they talk hip to you while they're giving it to you, it will make you go deeper in your pockets to where they can ask you for a $67 jet, or they can ask you to go in your pocket and pay $1,000 that you don't have, right? Or they can say, Usher, lock the doors. I need $40,000 before I leave here. It ain't just going to me, it's going to me and my homies. It's going to me and my preacher homies. And we're going to split this up in the back. But lock them doors. Ain't nobody leaving till I get $40,000 about this thing. You'll see what I'm talking about. Let's continue.
100 people. I'm going to answer 100 people that have a...
And I want y'all to notice how they make sure to put a number on. It's not just give. It's, let me put a number on what I need. Let me put a price tag on God's word and what God needs, because God definitely needs this money that I'm asking y'all for. These people are predators. They are taught to play on y'all heads. Not all preachers, because you just have some people like my parents who really think they're doing God's work. They really think they're doing this God's work, and they're going to die believing in this nonsense. They're going to go to their graves still preaching this invisible, imaginary nonsense.
$1 plane was too much. If they discover that there's life on Mars, they gonna need to hear the gospel, and I'm gonna have to believe God for $1 billion space shuttle, because we got to preach the gospel on Mars.
I'm going to answer 100 people. I'm going to answer 100 people that have a dream, a vision, a business, a ministry, a hope, a calling, a stirring to join us. I want to write $1,000 check. I'm going to ask 100 people in this room to give $1,000 right now.
I remember this pastor name, but he must have been the tithe whisperer. His entire sermon was about sacrifice, giving money, giving money. Now, I understand that churches live off of the contributions from the congregation. I get that. But then he said, what I need right now, I need 20 people to give up $1,000.
I believe when I go to places, God asks me to believe for people to do certain things. He asked me to do that. I'm believing for 20 people to give $1,000 today.
All I'm showing y'all right now is this hustle ain't nothing new. You see, I'm showing you different pastors doing the same hustle Marvin Sapp did. The same hustle. Look, I'm showing y'all. I'm showing y'all different pastors. And this is only a few of them. I'm just showing y'all this hustle ain't new. And this is why I hesitated on even doing this story. Because for what? Like, that's how I felt in my eyes. Like, for what? People actually pay to be hustled. They actually give these people money to lie to them every Sunday. Every Sunday. They pay these people to make them feel good, to sell them false hope. These people are not doing anything wrong. It's a business. And they're just offering a service. These people are actually willingly paying every Sunday to be lied to go to a pep rally. That's all. They're just paying to go to a pep rally.
I said close them doors.
I need a clap right there.
Let's count. 20 people, stand up. And at this point, I see it, I know exactly what's going on.
Ushers.
And let me jump in here real quick, and I'm finna play it, okay? At the end of the day, remember, you're looking at this video through my eyes on what I see, like as a non-believer, and why I don't believe this stuff, because I just can't simply believe that God is sitting back watching this and allowing it. This has been going on for a long time. Now, at some point, hey, God, hey, God, you see this and you're letting them do this. And they're using your name, God. Again, y'all, this is through my eyes as a non-believer. This is why I don't believe in this stuff. I don't believe in any existence of any gods or a God or none of this. I'm just saying, God, you're watching them do this to us. And you're letting them. Jesus, they're using your name, Jesus, to hustle us. And you're letting them. And you sit back and allow them. They're living very well while I have to go get on a bus or my rent is due. Jesus, hey God, hey Allah, hey Jehovah, you seen them taking my last dollar and my lights is getting cut off tomorrow. And you allowed them to take my last dollar. As I told Miss Shine the other night, anybody who wants you to just believe something without thinking, without asking questions, does not have your best interest at heart. They're probably looking to scam you.
Close the doors.
Because I see what's going on, and I can't believe everybody's going for it. But the problem I had with the guy, this is it. When he was counting the 20 for the $1,000 for people, when he said this is when I really got mad. Come on, y'all, get your blessings heard.
No.
Are you telling me that my God needs me to pay you $1,000 so he can hear my blessings? So he can hear my prayer?
Now, y'all know that's how the Vatican was built. This has plagued many churches for a long time.
That to me, I'm like, all right, bro, you done lost me.
Close the doors.
So the pastor says, come on, y'all, get your prayers heard. I need $1,000 now. I'm going to ask you believers, what do y'all pray for? What did y'all pray for? This has been going on a long time in your neighborhoods. The communities you live in are still at the bottom of the barrel. What do you pray for? Come on, y'all, get your prayers heard. What do you pray for? Have you ever prayed for your community to be better? Have you ever prayed for the killing to stop? Have you ever prayed to end sickness? Come on, y'all. Get your prayers heard. God needs $1,000. He needs $1,000 from 21 of y'all so you can get your prayers heard. Now, for those of you who don't have $1,000, yeah, God gonna catch y'all next time around. Remember, you're watching this through the eyes of someone like me who don't believe in none of this shit. It's all a hustle. The biggest scam ever created to man to date. It's all imaginary hustle. Nobody has ever proven anything about a God, these gods, these religions. And I know this hurts some people's feelings right now. And I'm trying to actually watch my delivery on how, because I don't want to turn you off from hearing from what I'm saying, but I do want you to at some point wake up and think. It just amazes me how you can tell me that this invisible God is real, but then in the same breath tell me that Santa Claus is fake. As a grown adult. I'm just saying.
Close the doors.
Give me an envelope. Give me some envelopes. He said 21 people come now wherever you are. He talking to you in this building. $1,000 ain't nothing.
Pastor Creflo Dollar asked his followers to buy him a $65 million private jet.
$1,000 ain't nothing in comparison to what God's gonna do. I didn't call for buckets yet, y'all. It ain't nothing. There's plans that you have that ain't going through until you make that sacrifice to the Lord.
And let me just say this. I know y'all see melanated preachers up here preaching this. Oh, it's not just them. Oh, the white folks get scammed too. The white folks get hustled too. I'm just showing you this because this is what I am. And this is who I am. Like, this is who preaches to my community every Sunday. They have churches on top of churches. I don't have a bunch of white folks in my community preaching, oh, but they got the scam. They scam just like they're all in the religion. Religion itself is a whole scam. Religion, these Bibles, these Qurans, it's all a scam. Humans wrote that shit and told y'all to believe it, and y'all believe it. Like, that's all I can say.
Now watch this. If you don't have $1,000, God ain't asking you for it. All I need you to do is agree that those who do have it will give it. Can we try that again? I don't really need but 19 because I'm gonna be one of them.
Y'all, look. That's T.I., Tiny, 2 Chainz, and his wife, and T.I. is busting out laughing, y'all.
Things God has commanded us to do in the earth, and it takes money to do that. I want you right now, real quickly. I don't want to rush in a way where we treat this sloppy. I do not want to come until you handle the business of my kingdom.
I'm going to ask 100 people online to follow me and give me. I want everybody else to just tithe on it and give $100. But if you're one of those people that this spoke to you in a prophetic way about what you're about to do.
Wait a minute.
That's over $200,000. 100 people in there give $1,000. And then 100 people online give $1,000. That boy slick.
About what's about to open up for you. And God has blessed you to join the bishop in giving $1,000. I want you to do it. If you're not, I want you to join on your level, $100. I want you to commit it and show it. And I want your obedience to unlock cooked fish.
Now, what I don't like is how our people is so quick to blame the white man for everything. The white man is oppressing us. The white man and white supremacy is oppressing us. And then you go to church and you let these niggas oppress you every Sunday. And you have nothing and you praise them. Y'all know how much these people make off this church hustle, off this Jesus hustle, where we could be on top, our communities could be flourishing, and y'all crying about the white man and white supremacy. It ain't the white man in your community preaching this nonsense, taking your money, hustling you out your bread every Sunday. Some of y'all 7 days a week, they hustling y'all. It's not the white man, it's these niggas. Remember, you're watching this video through the eyes of someone like me, who's not a believer of religions or these gods or any of these man-made scams. Religion, the greatest scam ever created to man, ever, still in effect today.
Cooked fish.
What?
We're not looking for raw fish. We're looking for cooked fish. We're looking for a prepared opportunity, a prepared release for the people of God.
Do y'all know how crazy this sounds right now?
I would get on this if I had to move money from one account to the other. I would get on this if I had to call somebody and shift something around and do something. I would get in on this because there is an overflow coming. The enemy wouldn't have sent an attack if God wasn't going to do something. God is getting ready to do something amazing, 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 amazing. Something your $1,000 couldn't pay for. It's going to blow your mind. 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 Glory to God. Glory to God. I see Donna writing. So, and God's going to blow your mind. He's going to blow your mind. He's going to blow your mama's mind. He kept her alive to see that her latter day would be greater than her former day.
Wayne T. Jackson, the wealthy pastor that welcomed Donald Trump, drives a Rolls Royce and lives in a mansion. They say something doesn't add up when a pastor makes a lot of money, drives a luxury car, and yet the people who live near him.
Hey, the crazy part is I used to like Creflo Dollar. I used to actually go to Creflo Dollar's church when I lived on Old Nat. His church was right by my house. I used to go to Creflo Dollar's church, and I actually, when I was trying to give this shit a chance, he was one of the people that I would go listen to. I would go sit in his church and listen to him. But yeah, man, like when the math ain't mathing, man, when this belief shit doesn't come up to, it doesn't add up to what we see in reality. If you don't question this shit, like, yeah, God, I got some questions. This is why I don't believe in the God this and the Jesus that, the Jehovah this, the Allah this and the Allah that, and I don't even believe in the higher spirit, the most high, none of that. I don't believe in none of it. None of it. It's all imaginary worship.
His church are in poverty.
He said 21 people in this building, come now wherever you are. Give me an envelope. Give me some envelopes.
Just cause the world don't have it don't mean you can't have it.
Creflo Dollar's sermons pack his 8,500-seat megachurch. His ministry has prospered with satellite churches in at least a dozen states and hundreds of thousands of online followers.
I am the resurrection.
Dollar owns this multi-million-dollar mansion and condo. In March, his website asked the faithful to help him buy something else.
To give contributions of $300 US.
We support our pastor. That's what we're here for. The work that he do and where the Lord have him traveling, he doesn't need a cheap airplane. He needs the best.
But Dollar later took down the video after the jet request was criticized.
T.I. is, and I say this again, and I'm trying to say it calmly, this is what a lot of people are saying. And this is why a lot of men don't go to church.
My father and my mother met living a certain lifestyle.
Now, I want y'all to see how these religions affect people's actual relationships. And remember, I told you they prey on the women. They prey on women. Ain't so many of our daddies going to work every day, working hard, sitting up in somebody's church, giving their hard-earned money to some scamming con artist pastor. We kind of think a little different in our way of thinking than women do. Women are very emotional. And this is what these pastors and these con artist preachers in these mega churches, that's what they prey on. It's not too many strong-minded men, logical thinking men, question asking men that they're targeting.
My father was a working man, worked a lot. He liked to drink and, party, but he was a good man. But when my mother got saved, she started to think she was better than my father. And she was going to a church where a lot of the women were single. I mean, I'm willing to bet if I had to put a number on it, at least 70% of women in church are single mothers. So anyway, as my mother's relationship grew.
And that's another thing. You got these single women in these churches following these preachers and pastors that they think are handsome, whether they're married or not. You can't control what goes through somebody's mind on what they think about what they're seeing in front of their eyes. You can't control that, whether they're married or not. They're following these pastors. Many of these women are lusting over these pastors in the pulpit, and these pastors know it, and they play on these women's emotions.
Stronger with God, whom is somebody she couldn't see, touch, or feel. My father lost like.
You notice how he said, my mother, as she got stronger with God, which is somebody she couldn't see, touch, or feel. Like, she lost my daddy lost a grip on his house behind this guy that don't go to work, don't take care of this household, don't take care of this family. My mama got closer to this guy that she can't even see, can't even feel, never even seen this motherfucker, and got close to this guy, and the daddy lost his grip on his household. Just listen.
My father was a working man, worked a lot. He liked to drink and, you know, party, but he was a good man. But when my mother got saved, she started to think she was better than my father. You know, and she was going to a church where a lot of the women were single. I mean, I'm willing to bet if I had to put a number on, at least 70% of women in church are single mothers.
No, Adrian, I feel you. I'm just talking about women overall, just overall, because there are a lot of women who have woken up from this nonsense. And like, it's a bunch of them in the chat right now who have woken up from this nonsense.
So anyway, as my mother's relationship grew stronger with God, whom is somebody she couldn't see, touch, or feel, my father lost like a grip on his household, I would say.
Well, the elephant in the room is...
And I want y'all to know that's very common. That's very common when you have the man who's not falling for the con artist manipulation, God, the holy hustle. That's very, very common in these households. And again, this is all by design, you guys. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. This religion stuff is all by design. You have to ask yourself at some point, if religion is supposed to be so positive and bring people together, if God is supposed to be so positive, because this is for y'all that like to say, it's not about religion, it's about a relationship. Okay, so for y'all relationship folks, I have to cover y'all too. Y'all in this one-sided relationship, why does God allow this to happen in these households? You feel what I'm saying? If it's supposed to be so positive and so it's supposed to bring people together, why is it so much division when it comes to these one-sided relationships with these gods and these religions and these literatures of your gods? Wars are fought behind these religions of these gods, these imaginary gods. Wars are fought. I was told a long time ago, if they can control your God, they can control your mind. And it's working like a charm. Very much. The biggest scam ever created to man was religion.
Is this and that
elephant in the room?
Yeah, the elephant in the room is that
glad I'm a lion.
That man said, I'm glad I'm a lion. Since we want to address the elephant in the room, well, I'm glad I'm a lion. Now let's watch let me show y'all about the emotional woman in these churches. I want y'all to pay attention to this story right here. Listen to what's going on. They called this man in the office because he put $100 over into the bucket and he wanted his change. He wasn't planning on putting look at my cousin. What up, kid? What up, cousin? This guy right here. He put $100 over into the bucket and just wanted his change. And these people are so money hungry. They didn't want to give this man his change back. Yeah, so we got to have a meeting in this office, but I want y'all to pay attention to his woman. I want y'all to pay attention when I say it's very common how religion and these gods and these churches divide families.
I'm a lion.
Okay, well, we have to deal with the elephant in the room, and the elephant in the
Pastor,
room.
I'm just be honest with you. Look, I'm not going to come up here and give y'all all my money that I make every month. I'm just sorry. I be fair.
Well, we're not looking for you to give
I
all
put
your
$20 a week, and then sometimes I feel good. I have
$20 a week is like giving a dollar.
Can I say something? Is that your 10% of your earnings?
That's my business. That's what it is. You get your 10%?
I wrote it
Can you get your 10%?
I wrote it down when you made it.
Look here.
I wrote it when
Well,
you
she
made
wrote what?
Now, I want y'all to listen to that. That's his wife saying, I wrote down what he made. Whoa, lady. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is her husband who goes to work to make sure her household is taken care of. And she takes down what this man is making and takes it to the pastor. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is very common in our homes, in our households, when it comes to these religion, these holy hustles, these pastors. His own wife took his earnings to the pastor.
You make and see it does not reach.
Well, I got to just find me. I'm not gonna let y'all attack me.
Well, we're not.
You know, I know robbery, strong arm.
Let me
You know, you ain't finna rob me, and I'm agree to it.
Well, let's talk about robbery. In the book of Malachi, it talks about, will a man rob God? It says, yea, ye have robbed me in your tithes and offerings. You know, that's where you rob. That's where robbery happens.
Man, let me tell you something. I really don't even believe in the 10%. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I think that was man-made. You feel me? Because back then, when they came up with 10%, ain't nobody had jobs. So where the money come up with 10% at?
Who told you folk didn't have jobs?
What job was? Everybody paying everybody with apples and oranges and bananas.
They had jobs. They had livestock. They had
what black folks you know had livestock?
Don't have to be black.
They had a half a pig with one leg.
Don't have to be black folk, but black folks had livestock all throughout.
The ones that had sense.
You got to pay them.
You probably had it.
You gonna have to pay them guys.
I didn't have it.
Let me share this. Let me share this with you because I'm not gonna go back and forth with you about.
And I'm not neither.
Some money.
And it's crazy. Like they have this man in the office behind his money. Behind his money. And I'm gonna let me tell y'all something one time, right? So real quick, and I'm gonna get back to this. I was one night I was thinking about all of this stuff, even my parents. Like I was even thinking down to my own parents and stuff. And I remember I was trying to write a song dealing with this stuff. And I couldn't even get through my lyrics in the song because as I was writing the song, like I just started crying. Like I actually started crying. Because watching stuff like this actually hurts my heart. Like it really hurts my heart to see the manipulation on our people, the spell on our people, the Jesus hustle, the holy hustle on our people so strong to the point that I was even thinking like even my parents are going to die. They're going to go to their grave believing this hustle shit, this garbage, this man-made scam. They're going to go to their graves. My parents are going to go to their grave never knowing the truth when the truth was in their face the whole time, but they chose to just feel good. They chose to pay for the lie because the lie was more entertaining. It felt better than the truth. The truth don't always feel good. And when it comes to church and these religious pep rallies, the thing is to feel good, not hear the truth. We don't want the truth. We want to feel good. This is why we came to church, to feel good. Keep your truth. Keep your honesty. We want the lie. And when you give it to us, make it sound good. Because that's all we want, is to feel good. That's all religion is. This is why they're able to sell you false hope. This is why you're still praying and your neighborhoods look like trash. Your life is still in shambles. Nothing changes until you change it, until you get up and do the work. None of you can prove anything a God has ever done. Keyword is prove it. Prove. But you can prove the work you've done to help people. Everything else is all in your mind. And this is why I started crying writing that shit, because I said, God damn, my parents is gonna die believing in this imaginary nonsense. They're gonna go to their grave never knowing that this shit was all a hustle from the get-go. And again, it's not just black people hustling people. It's a hustle all the way around the board to control the masses. This is how they control the world. Religion, the biggest scam ever created to man.
Because the church is well taken care of before you came. We're trying to allow you to be blessed because the blessings of the Lord, according
Bless,
to
giving my money away, Pastor ain't gonna bless me.
You're not giving it away. You're doing what God say do with it. You're not giving it away.
You got a chair and a desk in here too?
I don't need nothing.
That man said, hold up, you got a chair and a desk in here too? Because you got a whole lot to say. On behalf of these pastors and these churches, you got a chair and a desk in here too? You in my house. You live in my house.
Let me share with you what happens normally when people don't tithe. When people don't tithe, normally they'll end up being sick. They'll take.
Listen to the lie. Listen to the lie. Let me tell you what happens to people who don't tithe. Let me tell you, this is where the fear comes in, you guys. Remember, I told y'all, religion only rules through fear. Fear. Once you are not afraid, listen how I'm speaking right now. And again, I'm trying to watch my delivery. I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm attacking anyone. It's not you personally I'm attacking. It's the scam that I'm attacking. It's the holy hustle scam that I'm attacking. And this is why my voice gets like this. So I'm not trying to scare anybody off. I'm not trying to, because I was told, sometimes when you deliver things a certain way, it would turn me off from listening to you. So I'm trying to be cautious of that. Now, listen to the lie being told by the pastor. Usually when people don't tithe, they get sick. Bad things start to happen. No, that's just a part of life. Because guess what? There are people who do tithe faithfully, who are going through sickness, who are going through bad situations in their relationships, who are going through bad things with their children, and they tithe every Sunday. Stop the cap, Pastor. Stop the cap. It's a hustle. Remember, guys, y'all are watching this video through the eyes of someone like me who woke up out of this nonsense and said, stop the cap, Pastor. Stop the cap, religion. Stop the cap, God. Stop playing hide and seek, God. When are you ever going to show your face? Stop having people speak for you, God. Stop telling me the devil is busy, but you believe in God. What is God doing while the devil is busy? You're watching this video through the eyes of somebody like me who asks questions. I don't fear the heaven and hell. I don't fear the God or the devil that y'all do. You guys that still believe in this stuff live in fear. And that's what religions are based off of. Your fear, your emotions, and your gullibility. Just believe. It doesn't have to make sense as long as you believe. I keep telling y'all that. In religion, it doesn't have to make sense. Just believe it. I also told you, anybody who wants you to just believe some shit and don't want you to think and use your own brain is trying to lead you to a slaughter. And you're going.
Take it to the doctor, they'll take it to the dentist. And
that's why I tithe.
Because God is going
to
eventually get his.
That's why I tithe.
Yeah.
I think
give it to him, you're going to get it some.
Big dog, I'm gonna drop it after this video for you, okay? If you're still in here, because I got a little ways to go in this video. I had just started the video, and I want to get it's almost 30 minutes left on the video. So if you in here, I'll drop it for you, or I'll drop it for whoever after I drop the video, okay? I just want to get through the video. I didn't get a chance to do any commentary on this yesterday because it was on my other channel, and I don't have enough people to go live over there. So I'll drop it after the video.
Somewhere. Car breakdown, hospital,
Well, I bought the car from you.
Where? Is it still up?
Yeah, it's still up.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, it shouldn't break down. I bought it from you. You the one sold me the car. Y'all is a part of all my life. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah, you had to buy new tire for that car. Quit lying now. You had to buy new tire for that car, and you had to buy
I ain't talking about that, Melissa. Stay out of grown man business. You shouldn't even be in here talking about my money. No way.
Your money is our money. I put that money there for you and
now,
me.
the part with me grabbing the collection box, I'm sorry, but some had went in there that belongs to me. And it took everything in me not to go in that
so
box.
So what you're saying, you just want it changed.
Exactly. And everybody walking around acting like there's no change to be given. You know. Yeah. So, you know, I wanted my change. I wanted my change. Yes, I wasn't finna put no whole $100 and I ain't got but $100 left.
About change in this church.
We don't get change back.
I know it. Y'all look like y'all don't get change.
I talked to you about that Sunday before last. We don't get change. When you stick it in that box,
I didn't stick it in there.
Well, when your wife stuck it in there.
Well, that ain't my hand.
And let me.
And I feel like I got robbed. I started calling the police.
Let me straighten something up right now, brother Terry. That's my sister. Don't be talking to her like that. I don't refuse. I hate that. I've been listening at you talk to her all type of ways. Don't do that no more. You gonna have to speak to me personal.
I added this video because I just want to show y'all the turmoil this shit causes in our families. And again, this is all by design. This is all by design. And again, we cry about the white man and white supremacy, and these are the pastors, our own people in our community, helping to tear apart our families.
That's his sister.
See, folks don't play that stuff you do at the house. You come to the God
at the house.
I must be sitting here. It must be look like I'm sitting here doing jumping jacks or something.
Well,
ain't no current me. What you saying to me? That's your sister, but this is my wife, and when I'm the man of mine. I pay the bills in mine. I hate we having this conversation in church, but you brought it to my attention. You need to let me know when you pull up next time at my house.
When money go in that box, I put that money there for
you.
You
not need to say nothing else today.
Hey,
to me,
Terry. Now, I'm not going to listen at that no more.
Because you gave these folk my check stub.
Hold on. Don't do that no more. Please don't do that.
Y'all look alike, too.
Yeah, we do. We supposed to. We family.
You'll catch it later on.
Later on. I see we need to speak to each other on a personal thing.
Yeah. With white beaters on.
You know what I mean? And that just kind of, you know, I don't know. It just felt like, you know, he was never at church with us. He never, you know, I just felt like it did more harm than good, you know. And
notice how he said Daddy wasn't never at church with us. I mean, Mama was into that God shit. Mama was into that holy hustle. Daddy wasn't never at church with us. This is what I'm telling y'all. They prey on women. They prey on mainly women. And even children, because remember, they teach you this at a young age. They brainwash you with this at a very young age. You can't do this holy hustle on a thinking nigga, a nigga that go to work every day and see the reality of life and understands that he's the one out here making the change for his family. He's the one out here giving back to his community. He's the one being a good Samaritan out here, and yet your woman or your wife or your mama gives all the praise to some imaginary being in the sky that she can't prove even exists. How do you think that man feels? This is why he said Daddy wasn't never there with us. It was just Mama.
One of the things that made me notice, like, man, maybe something is wrong with this whole thing is I remember the pastor was a female, and she had her 50th birthday party, and she required that everybody in the church go to her birthday party.
Uh-oh.
And the tickets to her party
Oh,
was
no.
$1,000
Oh,
each.
here we go.
Listen to the story. Again, I'm just showing y'all this holy hustle is nothing new. This man is telling a story in his life about the pastor wanting all the members to come to the church to her birthday party, and the tickets were $1,000. Again, y'all, I'm telling y'all, these people are taught to hustle y'all out y'all money. Here's a whole nother story about a family being destroyed by the church, by these pastors, by these religions, and money is involved once again. The holy hustle is real, but it ain't nothing new, y'all.
I don't know. It just felt like, you know, he was never at church with us. He never went, you know. I just felt like it did more harm than good, you know. And one of the things that made me notice, like, man, maybe something is wrong with this whole thing is, I remember the pastor was a female, and she had her 50th birthday party, and she required that everybody in the church go to her birthday party.
Uh-oh.
And the tickets to her party
Oh,
was
no.
$1,000
Oh,
each.
here we go.
$1,000 ain't nothing in comparison to what God's gonna do. I didn't call for buckets yet, y'all. It ain't nothing. There's plans that you have that ain't going through until you make that sacrifice to the Lord.
Remember I told y'all about the fear? Hey, if you don't make this sacrifice, if you don't do this, it's not going to go right for you. Your life's going to fall apart. You're going to fall in shambles. Oh my gosh. Oh, things are going to get crazy for you. Remember I told you about fear? Look at, they're all using the same holy hustle tactics. Remember the pastor told the man in the office, usually what happens is when you don't tithe, that's when things go apart in your life. Well, how do you explain the people who do tithe and their life is still in shambles? What about those people? What's going on with them?
Remember my mother trying to figure out how to come up with the bread. I remember that it was like a 3-month period where, you know, she was saving and trying to figure out how she can get to the party. So
This is why. Because T.I. even said in this, I grew up in the streets. You can't hustle me. You can't make me, do anything because you said God said it.
Do you see how men think? You see how us men, a lot of us men, this is how we think. This is why they don't prey on us. They prey on women and children. These pastors and stuff, they prey on women and children. Because you hear how that grown man is thinking? Nigga, I come from the streets. You can't hustle me just because you put God behind it or you say God said it. I'm just going to fall for it. That's why you don't have a bunch of men, logical thinking men in the church. It's a bunch of emotional, lustful, or lusting women in the church.
A $65 million Gulfstream G650 jet, the top of the line in luxury air travel. One church member, Mary Jones, plans on answering the pastor's call, even though she rides the bus 20 miles every Sunday to Dollar's Church.
Now, this is why I was crying when I was writing that song. Oh my gosh, lady, you ride the bus every Sunday and you are around here thinking about trying to help this man get a $65 million jet so he can go around the world and hustle other people for more money. It's amazing. The biggest scam ever created to man. Why ain't God helping you get off that bus, lady? You catch the bus every Sunday from your ran down neighborhood where y'all are the most loyal to Jesus, to Allah, to Jehovah, to the higher power, to the Most High. Y'all are the most loyal people. And you can go out to these white folks' neighborhood and a bus barely run through them neighborhoods because them people drive. Now, I'm just trying to see You worried about trying to get this pastor a $65 million jet, and you can barely get a bus pass to get to church Sunday. This is the holy hustle, live and direct in y'all face. This shit ain't nothing new. Remember, you guys, this video you're watching right now, you're watching this through the eyes of someone like me who don't believe in none of this garbage, who don't believe in the hustle, who don't believe in these gods, who don't believe in these religions, who don't believe in these pastors, none of that stuff. I don't believe in a heaven or hell. I don't believe in none of that stuff. So I'm able to speak the way I speak. You probably can't speak this way yet because you still live in fear of what you've been taught by some other human beings that had a plan to control your mind with their God.
The Lord said, you better come. I'm just a messenger. He said, there's 21 of you all sitting here. You put
The Lord is always talking through somebody else. Always. But every time I say, well, since you're talking to the Lord, can you get the Lord on StreamYard with me? They can never get the Lord on live with me. Never. But they can tell you everything this Lord, this God said. The Lord said this. The Lord said that. The Lord said this. And they never give you any proof that the Lord said anything. Why you don't play what the Lord said on the big screen? Like, here, put them up on the Jumbotron. I've been wanting to see what the Lord looked like for the longest. Oh, you can't? Oh, because it's all in your head. It's all in your mind. What did the Lord sound like when he spoke, lady? Probably sounded like you.
everything else on your credit card. I don't care what vending machine you told you was coming back. What vending table you, not today.
Look how deep the hustle is, to the fact that she's stepping on the toes of the vendors that's there. She's stepping on the vendors' toes. Now the vendors are there to make them a little money too, right? Sell me a couple Jesus Save shirts, sell me a couple fish dinners. You know what I'm saying? She's stepping on. This is how evil this gets. She's got the microphone. She's the lady of God, and she's stepping on the little people. She's even stepping on the little people of God to get the money. God damn. Fuck what vendor you told was coming back. Not today. Because I need 21 people with $1,000. And I ain't asked for no buckets yet. Get out of here with them buckets. Because that's what you put the $1 bills in. Get them buckets out of here. I need this $21,000. Or however much she said. Come on, y'all. Is this God's work or is this a hustle? What y'all think? Remember, you're watching this video through the eyes of someone like me who don't believe in none of this holy hustle shit.
Sitting here, you put everything else on your credit card. I don't care what vending machine you told you was coming back. What vending table you, not today. There's pastors that God want to open doors for you. He don't want you to rent. He wants you to own your own building. But you got to make that sacrifice.
Y'all calm down. Calm down. Want the money? Ain't no money in this bird. Put it back.
I said close them doors.
Slam.
Hey, Renita, what's happening with you? What's good, sis?
Love y'all. God wants you to sow into this. God told me there were two.
Listen to these numbers right here, y'all. Listen to what God told him. Listen to these numbers. Boy, I tell you.
200 people who can sow $10,000. There's actually tonight one person that can give $100,000 and God will bless you. And then there was another group. God says there's another group of 200 people who can give $1,000. 200 people can give 10,000. Another 200 can give 1,000. God wants you to be obedient. Right now, you must do it now. A lot of you can sow more than be obedient to God. Now, I'm a prophet, So I'm telling you what to do.
T.I. went on to say that this is
Listen, y'all, and this is no shade. This is no shade to my girls. You know, my girls on social media, you know, who still believe in all of this, and you know, this is no shade to them. But this is why I have to leave them chats sometime when I be in there with y'all and all that God talking and all that Lord this and Jesus this gets to talking and all these Bible verses get to getting thrown around when I'm, you know, checking out some of my favorite YouTubers channels and I'm in their chats. This is why I had to get out of there. Like this is it be at that moment that y'all don't see me replying no more. When I get to hearing all the little Bible verses and niggas get up on panels and get to praying and you're praying for devils that's on the internet. Like I bounce, man. Like I'll be back. It ain't no shade, but now y'all see when y'all be hearing me talk about this shit. Like now y'all see why I get the fuck out. Like I'll come back when y'all done with all of this and all the Jesus talk and all the praying and all that. Man, do y'all see the world out here? And y'all out here praying about these lame ass YouTubers. Yeah, man, I'll be like, I'm out. Yeah, fuck them niggas and fuck these prayers and these fake. I'm out of here. Like that's why I bounce, and that's when my comments stop in them chats and shit. Like I'll be back.
extortion.
Excuse me.
Whoa, where you going?
I'm going to the car, bro. The pastor tweaking.
You don't got $40,000? It's just a small donation. Go ahead and drop that phone in this collection plate, brother, and empty them pockets.
I'm not doing that. Why would I do that at church?
The fuck you just say, nigga? This is a robbery. Nigga, it's either 40 tons or your fucking life.
Man, watch out, bro. Oh!
You will die in this hole, in God's house. Amen? Yeah, all the ushers got tasers on us. We call ourselves the Marvin Zappers. Ain't nobody leaving until we get 40 tons. Everybody is held hostage. Don't try to escape, because you will not leave with your life. Tax season just hit. We know y'all got it. And we would not take pussy as a payment. Suzanne, if y'all don't tally up $40,000, people will start dying. People will die.
Close the doors. Close the door.
At this point, you're telling these people they will not be blessed unless they give their money to you.
See, that's how I know you still poor, broke, busted, and disgusted, because of how you've been honoring me.
He just dogged the shit out of his he just dogged the shit out of his congregation. You broke, disgusted, you broke, busted, disgusted congregation ass niggas. No, that's what the pastor said. You broke, busted, and disgusted congregation ass niggas that come listen to me every Sunday. Yeah, that's how I know y'all broke. By the way, y'all treat me, nigga. Fuck y'all mean? You ain't hear them niggas asking for $21,000. The nigga Sap said, give me 40. This how I know you niggas is broke, busted, and disgusted, nigga. Them niggas got up 40,000 and you niggas can't even buy me a watch. Y'all broke, busted, and disgusted ass niggas. The holy hustle is real.
At this point, you're telling these people they will not be blessed unless they give their money to you.
See, that's how I know you still poor, broke, busted, and disgusted, because of how you've been honoring me. I'm not worth your McDonald's money. Come on. I'm not worth your Red Lobster money. I ain't worth your St. John knit. Y'all can't afford it no how. I ain't worth y'all Louis Vuitton. I ain't worth your Prada.
And this is what I'm saying. And nowhere in life in any other time where you sit and let somebody just dog you to your face and disrespect you to your face as you would sitting in the Holy Hustle house. You allow them to do what they do to you under the name of Jesus or God or the Most High or Allah. They can talk to you any kind of way they want to talk to you. But nowhere in life, in any other point, would you would allow this, except for in church.
I'm not worth your Gucci.
And watch how they cheer. Like, watch. The manipulation is real. Watch how they cheer about getting dogged to their fucking face. Watch this shit.
Mother, I'm saying this, and I promise you, Deacon, it's not with respect of want. I'm saying it because I want you to understand just what God is saying. I even found out that Movado, you can buy a Movado watch in Sam's.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
And y'all know I asked for one last year.
You sure did, Pastor. You sure did, and we tripping. Cause we were supposed to have got you that Movado watch. You sure did, Pastor. Thank you, Jesus. Hell, yeah, Pastor. We gonna sell these fish plates. We gonna get you that watch, Pastor. Cause we tripping, huh? Cause we can't hear God's word unless we get you that watch, Pastor. Shit, they over there getting them people $40,000, huh? And all you asked for was a watch, Pastor, huh? Yeah, we out of line, Pastor. We out of line. Now tell us how much we out of line and how broke and busted and disgusted we is. Just say it in the name of Jesus, though, Pastor, so I can accept it. I receive it. I receive it, Pastor.
It is the whole way in August. I still ain't got it. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Let me kick down the door and talk to my cheap sons and daughters.
And this is the problem I have with black churches. That's why I had that face, and Killer Mike interjected, the problem is with all churches.
So I cut my fellowshipping short at Magic City to go to church, to go and get me 45 minutes of sleep, to get up and drive by here to be accosted and basically exploited, finesse after some money. And when I sat down, as soon as I sat down, remind you, I tell you, they already raised the offering. Jamal already.
They already raised the offering, just like they did in the Marvin Sapp situation. The bishop before him had already raised an offering. He already raised an offering. And guess what, y'all? He didn't even tell them to close the doors. Huh? Because later on, Sapp is going to come and say, hey, that's one thing you do when you take up an offering, you close the doors. Nobody's supposed to be walking. Well, the bishop before you took up a bunch of money, and he didn't tell nobody to close the doors. Nobody felt threatened. Whether you said close the doors or lock the doors, at that point it's borderline extortion, nigga. Close the doors for what, Pastor? Because at the same time, if you're telling me you saying close the doors means that people can still walk in or out, then I could have still walked in or out with the doors open, Pastor. You didn't have to say close the doors. What if I'm claustrophobic, Pastor? Now you fucking with my health. I'm just saying. For your 40,000.
Raise the offering. Yeah. When we sat down, there was a whole new agenda. A whole new agenda, fool. When me and Tit is up there, 2 multimillionaires, actually 3 counting Tamika, 3 multimillionaires on the front row. Yeah. It's like they rung the red bell at the Players Club.
All right, so for those of you, living your holy life, and you may not understand what he's saying right here at this point, right? Basically what he's saying, for those of you who ain't never been to a strip club, now I don't know how it works in male strip clubs. I'm just telling you how it works in the female strip clubs, okay? They give you a sign of some sort. Some strip clubs have a red light that they turn on when they see money walk in the building. When they know there's money in the building, they're going to ring a red light in that locker room. I'm just going to use the red light because maybe in other strip clubs, there's a different thing. Maybe they just send a messenger down there. Hey, ladies, money's in the building. Get showered, get dressed. Let's go. We got money in the building. Such and such just walked in, okay? So this is how it goes in the strip club. Now, he's telling you he was at Magic City, the strip club. So he's basically telling you when he walked in the church with himself, 2 Chainz, and his wife, Tamika, from Escape, there's 3 multi-millionaire people walking into the house of God. And the pastor rang the red light back there in the office. Hey, he hit the button up under the pulpit. Hey, money in the building. Money's in the building. Let's take up another offering. This is what T.I. is saying. They had already taken up an offering. But when we walked in the building, when the money walked in the building, they rang the stripper light, the red light special. Money is in the building. We got a whole nother agenda. We need to hustle these niggas out of their millions.
You know what? Bello, you dig what I'm saying? Bello said, oh yeah, this a money grab.
And T.I. went on to say he started out speaking on how much he doesn't trust megachurch pastors. And because Joel Osteen came under fire after the Hurricane Harvey came through, and he did not open the doors of the church. They earn tons of money each year, but come up short when it's time to give back to the people who are in need.
And I'm going to tell y'all, I remember me and my mother getting into it about this. I remember on Facebook, me and my mom got into it about this situation right here, because this man has a huge stadium down there in Houston. He takes money from the people every Sunday, and he would not open them doors when that hurricane hit. That nigga sent a tweet out, was like, yeah, we praying for y'all. Y'all be safe out there. But we ain't opening them doors. Y'all niggas ain't coming up in my church. And people needed shelter during Hurricane Harvey. And this con artist ass nigga, I told y'all, it ain't just the black pastors. It's not just the black pastors. And I remember me and my mama getting into it about this shit. I remember me and my mama getting into it about that jet from Creflo Dollar. But this is how it happens when you talk to believers. They're going to make excuses for their guides and their pastors' wrongdoings.
T.I. went on to say, this is why people like me don't trust mega churches. How can someone, especially a so-called man of God, makes millions of tax-free from citizens of a city that's now in distress and in dire need of food and water and shelter, and not open the doors of God's house, supposedly, to help those in need? He then went on and tagged Joel Osteen, saying that he was a fraud. You, sir, are a fraud. Ministers, preachers, pastors, reverends are supposed to be servants sent here to do the Lord's work, not just sit back and comfort, watching as Satan has his way. Get out of here. We can't afford to continue just to go and give our money away to people who pose as preachers or these big lavish mega churches without holding them accountable when we need them.
Now, I'm going to tell y'all why that Joel Osteen thing pissed me off so bad. Because of the man that made me. And he's a preacher. My daddy. My mama. I know what my daddy would have been doing during that hurricane. His congregation would have been able to get in touch with him. Easy. Pastor would have been out there in that water pushing. My daddy would have put some boots on. He'd have put his army fatigues on. He'd have put on a raincoat. He'd have put on some jackets under them raincoats. My daddy would have been geared up out there in that water helping his community. And he's not even a mega church pastor. And that's what pissed me off because of how I was raised. Though my dad is a pastor, is a bishop, he doesn't operate as these con artists. He really thinks he really is doing God's work, or what you would call God's work in helping his people. He doesn't charge people. He would have been out there knee deep in that water, risking whatever to help his congregation, to help his people. It wouldn't have been no, I can't get in touch with my pastor because I got to go through a whole chain of command to get to the pastor. You would have been able to call Pastor Williams directly. Hey, pastor, I'm trapped down here. Can you? My daddy would have been on the phone with the brothers of the church. Hey, brother, we got some sisters down there. They're trapped in a body of water. We got to figure out how to get down there. What do y'all have available? What resources do you have? Their car won't start. We need to figure out how to get to the car, to get them outside of the car, and we'll worry about the car later. That would have been my daddy. And this is why it pissed me off, like when I heard that story about Hurricane Harvey.
Tithing is a selfless act of kindness, what you do for others. T.I. went on to say, stop giving y'all money to these like they gonna turn your bread over to God. Please.
Ushers, close the doors.
He came under fire, Joel Osteen did, for not opening up Lakewood when the citizens in that town in Houston, they were in distress, and the waters of Harvey just came through that town, and it just devastated that town. So I can understand why T.I. did what he did in both situations.
Y'all, am I the only one that remember when Joel Osteen was keeping people up out of his church during Hurricane Harvey in Houston? Watch this.
When Harvey slammed into Texas, Pastor Joel initially offered prayers, but little else in social media.
Didn't I tell y'all they just sell y'all false hope? They sell y'all prayer. They sell y'all prayer. Well, why didn't Pastor just pray that the hurricane go away and the sun come back out? You see what I'm saying? It's all a hustle. This religion stuff is all a game. Prayer? Why didn't you just pray for the hurricane to stop? Stop, period. Stop. Just pray that the hurricane goes away, the sun comes out, the flowers come back out, the trees grow. Why didn't you just pray that people are safe? Why didn't you just pray for that? But you can pray for $40,000. You can pray and you can sell me and you can tell me what God told you to tell me. Y'all don't get this shit yet? Y'all don't get this yet? Prayer. He offered up prayer. He offered y'all prayer. And the hurricane still went on. People still lost their lives after he offered his prayer. Y'all don't get, remember, y'all are watching this through the eyes of somebody who don't believe in none of this nonsense. And I get it. For some of y'all have to find an excuse. Oh, you just don't understand because you don't believe. This is why I don't believe. The shit don't add up to what's happening in reality. You tell me God can do anything but fail. You tell me you talk to God. Then you offer up a prayer when we're in trouble. Why didn't you just, since you're talking to God, why didn't you just say, hey, God, I'm sending up a prayer. Take the hurricane away. I don't want my congregation to be messed up. Hey, God, I don't even want them niggas in my church. Take that hurricane away from here. And guess what? God would have took the hurricane away maybe. But because God ignored your prayer too, Pastor Osteen, he ignored your prayer too. He said, fuck your prayer. You still had to go open your fucking doors to the community because they was on your head.
Out of his church during Hurricane Harvey in Houston. Watch this.
When Harvey slammed into Texas, Pastor Joel initially offered prayers, but little else in social media pounced, his critics demanding more. Open your church as a shelter, one person wrote. Provide food and clothing, please. A fellow pastor tweeting, you have a huge obligation to show the love of Christ at this very moment. Open the doors.
This is what I mean, y'all, when I be saying some of us, this is the type of shit that wakes us up to reality about these holy hustles, these religions, these gods. It be shit like this that don't add up, that doesn't make sense to us in our logical thinking. In our logical thinking, it doesn't make sense. And these are things, it's things like this that wake us up.
You see this? This is Lakewood. I'm in the front of the church. The church is higher than the goddamn freeway. Do you see the freeway? That's the freeway. You see that's 59, the Southwest Freeway. You see that car driving on it? It's not closed. This church is not closed. You see those cars? The doors are locked, but you see these vehicles? This is for the few people that's inside of here. That's inside of here because it's safe in here. You see this? Let me try to get close up. You see the inside of that? It's dry. Then the upstairs area is right there. It's dry. You see that? It only goes up.
And this is what I want to show y'all. That man didn't give a fuck about God's people. The same people he come out and ask for them thousands of dollars from. He didn't give a fuck about y'all either. He ain't opened them doors for y'all niggas either. That's what I was trying to explain to the believers. Y'all think it's just sinners out there in that hurricane? Nah, y'all niggas is out there too. And how is y'all prayers working out for y'all right now? Them prayers. All y'all that say, oh, God told me to tell you this, and God told me, how's them prayers working out for you niggas right now? Because the pastor didn't even open the doors for you church niggas.
My car is parked right here. It got flood damage. My shit is damaged because I live low. You see?
A few moments later.
Here with Joel Osteen. Hey man, you know you're a piece of shit, right? You know, right?
But let me say this. T.I. is not alone in how he feels, nor is Killer Mike.
Former member Shamora Barnard was disgusted.
Zeke was there for the...
Now what you're starting to see is those of us who wake up from this shit. And we say, man, this shit ain't right. This is what you're about to see right now. These type people. Remember, you're watching this video through the eyes of people like us that you're about to see on this screen right now.
Offering Saturday.
And they started the offering at $1,000, and then they said if you don't got $1,000, then do 300. And if you don't got cash, then we got ATM machines. I don't understand that logic. I don't understand that way of thinking, and I don't understand that to be what religion is.
What's Pastor Dollar's prosperity gospel really all about?
What is it all about? It's about feeding him. It's about him eating. I'm gonna tell you whatever.
You see how we think when we start to wake up and we start to see shit? Like, this is how we talk.
I need to tell you to get you to put money in my pocket.
So guys, you heard that, and again, we're not trying to say all male pastors or female pastors are the same, but I have also seen this. Pastors in the black community that are trying to take advantage of people and destroying families when the churches are supposed to bring the families together. I've seen this many times. And in the case of the brother, he talks about it in great detail. He says, listen, man, my mom got saved, and my mom thought she was better than my dad. But then my mom was trying to get $1,000 to pay for a ticket to go to the pastor's birthday party.
Why didn't mom just pray for the $1,000? It was for the pastor. It was for the woman of God. Why didn't see what I'm saying about these little prayers and shit? Like, man, this is what I'm saying about these. Why didn't God just pray? Why didn't you just pray for the $1,000 so you can make it? God would have surely gave you the $1,000 to be at the pastor's birthday party, right? I'm just saying, man, come on, man. Religion, the biggest scam ever created to man. To this day, the biggest scam going. Everything is in your head. It's in your mind, imaginary. There's nothing you can prove. It's all in what you choose to believe. For whatever reason, you choose to believe it.
And you just continuously see people being used. You continuously see people having issues in the church. And, a lot of times, man, it's crazy because, like I said, if somebody want to give you something, let them give it to you. But you're not supposed to just demand for it.
Close the doors. Close the doors.
Even here on YouTube, have you guys noticed there's like a culture of begging for donations from YouTubers and things like that on the live stream that hit the cash apps and stuff? And it really is off-putting to your subscribers because, even in church, like I said, if you're doing a decent job for you want to do it, people will give what they can. But
this is why I have such a hard problem with being monetized and asking for cash apps. Like, it's for this reason right here. Like, I just feel a certain type of way getting on here asking. That's just me personally. That's just my personal feeling. And I can't say that like it's just I feel like if people are going to give it to you, they're going to give it to you. Like that's just me personally. So I agree with what he's saying. That's just me personally.
Nobody is obligated to give you money, and I see it even here on YouTube, on TikTok. Social media content creators basically just begging, hit the Cash App. If you don't hit this Cash App, you know, you're not going to get this. And Corey said it the same way, you know, like if you don't hit this Cash App, you're not going to get blessed. And content creators, you know, if you don't hit the Cash App, you can't talk to me. You can't really email me. You know, you can't have no access if you don't subscribe at this level. Instead of just letting the content speak for itself and the value speak for itself. And if they want to give to you, then they can give to you. But it's never the case. You know, it's never the case. It's always, you know, you got to do this for me. It's always, you know, you need to bless me and then you'll be blessed. As if you have a better relationship with God than somebody else. And you know, people want to give themselves a God complex so they can use people. And what you find out is once they get all that stuff, right? All that money, they still end up broke anyway. You'd have been better off saving that money for yourself. And it's just like damn near like saving your own money and not spending it on women. You're better off saving it yourself, spending it on yourself. Better off every time. At least you can account for it. And again, if somebody wants to give, let them give. But to try to make people feel bad about giving and try to make people feel like, you know, if they'll give, they're going to be blessed. But if they don't give, they're going to be cursed. And I'm glad he's calling it out because it's actually hella sad, especially for people who losing their families based on these lies. And that's exactly what it is. They are lies. You know, people are just so lazy. They don't want to work and put in no real work. That's why they're doing it.
This isn't the first time Dollar's Church has been under scrutiny. In 2007, the U.S. Senate Finance Committee investigated Dollar and 5 other televangelists for possible tax abuse. Investigators labeled Dollar as the least cooperative. We wanted to talk to Pastor Dollar. He declined our request for an...
Y'all don't wonder why he was the least cooperative? And y'all don't wonder why he wanted to decline any questioning? It's a hustle. It's a hustle. It's a hustle. It's all a hustle. Money, money, money. It ain't about no God. It ain't about, man, it's about selling you God. It's about selling God to you. It's about telling you to give me what I want because God said it. I said God said it. I said Jesus came to me and told you this. Man, stop the game.
Interview. But a representative for the church sent us a statement which read in part, quote, all of the ministry's revenues go to charity and or ministry, with the exception of the salaries and benefits for some 400 employees ministry-wide.
Bullshit. And I'm going to call bullshit ASAP right now. I used to go to this church, my nigga. This is a huge church. I'm talking about, it's not just a church. It's a compound. There's a whole compound of different. This man owns damn near half of Old National Highway in College Park, Georgia. I used to live on Old National, Gobby Road. I used to live there. He owns damn near half the block, half the street. Old National, Gobby Road. Has anybody ever been on Gobby Road? This is the same street that you hear Ludacris talk about. I'm from Old Nat and Gobby Road. This is the same street you hear 2 Chainz talk about. I'm from Gobby Road. This is the same street you hear Drama talk about. Gobby Road. That's where I trap. I lived on Gobby Road, my nigga. I was shot on Gobby Road. I was robbed on Gobby Road. Waka Flocka was shot on Gobby Road. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to show you as much money as this church makes, Old National College Park, where this church is located, is in the hood. Right? I'm talking about walking distance of the hood. Prostitutes, drugs. Once you go over, listen, once you go over the little, once you come past Gobby Road and you come across the bridge, you're right there where all the prostitutes, this is where all the hotels, the airport, people coming in from out of town, Sullivan Road, all of that. This is where all the drugs, all the prostitutes, everybody is at. Leading back over to East Point into Washington Road, if you make that left, you're going to lead right back over into East Point, Washington Road, prostitutes, drugs, all of that. Why does the community look like this? If all your money is going to charity, sir, what charity? Why isn't it building up your communities? Why aren't our streets clean? Why aren't we cleaning up these prostitutes? Why aren't we cleaning up these drug dealers? See what I'm saying? Stop the games. Stop the games.
Dollar also responded to his critics during a sermon.
If I want to believe God for a $65 million plane, you cannot stop me. You cannot stop me from dreaming.
In Creflo's church, there is no accountability to anyone. He runs it as a fiefdom.
Oli Anthony is president of the Trinity Foundation in Texas, a church fundraising watchdog group.
Chairman of the board of Texas Instruments or AT&T, they can have a fleet of jets, but they're not begging for money from people and get a tax write-off in order for them to establish such a lifestyle.
What I'm trying to get y'all to see is y'all have churches on top of churches, on top of churches, on top of churches in your neighborhood. All of y'all go to different churches to praise this same God. Y'all praise this same Jesus. Y'all praise this same Allah. Y'all praise this same Most High. Y'all praise this same Holy Spirit. Y'all praise this same imaginary God. Y'all get sold this same false hope in your neighborhood. And you catch the bus to go to get lied to every Sunday, to go get fed false hope. You go to church and give your last dollar to these hustling pastors, these hustling churches, and these invisible gods. You go to the church and you give your last money in hopes that this God is going to pick you out of the lottery today and change your conditions. And guess what? You got a bunch of people, and I know this for a fact because I go out and I give back to the homeless. I give back to the less fortunate. You're going to go downtown, Atlanta, Georgia, and you're going to find a lot of people down there who believe in this same God that you give all your money to every Sunday. And you're going to find them living under the interstate, still holding on, still trusting in the Lord. Well, I got to give them $20 to get something to eat. I'm just saying. I can show you, I can prove to you that I have done more to help those people under that interstate than you can prove to me that your God has done to help these people. With evidence, I can prove that I have helped these people. But with no evidence, you'll believe that a God did something. With no evidence. And you'll believe it. You see how crazy this is? You see how religion works? The biggest scam ever created to man, and it's going strong today.
A church spokesman says the annual budget here is around $80 million. Despite lowering the online fundraising site, the pastor reportedly plans to keep trying to raise donations to buy a new plane.
New Era Detroit says the neighborhood surrounding Great Faith Ministries is by and large impoverished.
This guy has networks, churches, fancy cars, you know what I mean, $1 million houses, and there's babies in this community that's going without food at night. Somebody has to be frustrated about this enough to do something that will get people's attention, and that's what New Era Detroit did.
A scuffle inside the sanctuary after New Era Detroit protests during a worship service.
Let me go, man. Let's go.
Zeke, the leader of the group, offered no apologies for the dust-up at Great Faith Ministry Saturday, only the reasoning behind it.
This situation is bigger than just Wayne T. Jackson. This is about black churches and black pastors who live a lavish life on behalf of the people, and they're not giving back to their community.
She is basically telling you that the Lord wants 21 people in this church to give $1,000. Now, if that is not a Decepticon, what is? She don't know the Lord. She's in full costume, a head full of weed. She's walking around there basically saying what this God wants you to do. As if she know him and just left his crib.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Is this really happening in the world? But she won't be looked at as a Decepticon. She will be looked at as right. She'll be a good person. She'll be a good person.
Yeah.
She said, I didn't call for buckets.
Yeah.
You know the buckets, that's the dollars you put in there. She said, I don't want the buckets right now.
Man.
I want 21 stacks.
There are a lot of people, and Jamal, he actually referenced this as to why, this generation where people aren't going to church, they don't believe in this system. And that's one of the reasons why people feel that their parents, their grandparents, great grandparents, even themselves have been pimped in church. They've been pimped by these pulpit pimps.
Close the doors. Close the doors.
I tell my family member this too, because people come and say, the Lord told me to tell y'all to give. The Lord told me to tell y'all to do this. But did the Lord tell you that Sister Roz had diabetes and that she needed to take care of her diabetes or they won't amputate her leg? Did the Lord tell you that brother Joe here has high blood pressure and he needs to take care of that because while he up here trying to please y'all giving? I mean, the Lord can tell y'all everything when it comes to money, but the people who mean so much to God, they may not mean anything to you prophetess and prophets and preachers and reverends and doctors and all that. They don't mean anything to you. I know y'all, most of y'all in it for a title, but they mean something to God. For those of you all who say that you're called, why can't God tell you specifically what's going on in the congregation's life? I don't get it. I don't understand it. And I want no parts of it.
Ushers, close the doors.
Every Sunday at every conference, all these men conferences and women's conferences, and I heard from the Lord, but somebody is in your church that is about to do something that's going to end their existence. And the Lord did not tell you that. I'm with T.I. You're a fraud.
Yeah, I just don't want my channel monetized because I like my freedom. I like being able to say what I want to say. I ain't got to watch my words. I ain't got to be making up corny words for censorship. I ain't got to do none of that. I like to play my music videos at the beginning and the end of my lives without worrying about, I ain't got time for all that extra shit just for that little, I'm good. I'll go to work. I'll make my money.
You're a fraud. The Lord only speaks to you when it's time to get my money. I agree with you on it, T.I.
Who is he talking to?
That's why I put the Cash App at the bottom of my screen. If people want to donate, there's a Cash App at the bottom. You're more than welcome to donate to the Cash App if you want. I just all that extra censorship and you can't say this and you can't say. I hate that shit. Like I hate that shit. I like my freedom. That's why I just say, man, I just put the Cash App at the bottom. And if you see it and you feel like you want to donate, more power to you. I appreciate it. I'm just, I feel like it takes away from me when I have to dumb myself down and I can't speak freely from my heart on certain things because I got to worry about, am I going to get struck by YouTube or something? Like, I don't care about none of that. Like, I want to be able to speak my mind and run my things how I run it, man, without all of that extra, controlling me on how to run my channel shit.
Who's he talking to? Older and younger. There's doors that you won't open. There's some people sitting in this church that's been praying for things for your church. You're the one that's called to make this sacrifice for your church. Come now.
When this story came across the World Wide Web, I wasn't surprised at all.
Well, the reason is this. Once you're someone who's awakened from under the spell of these man-made created religions, and you're no longer living in fear of a heaven or a hell or gods that you've never seen before, it makes sense to understand why a lot of these pastors are out here hustling their congregations and hustling the people of their communities. It will make sense why you will see these churches and these pastors making a big grip of money.
What's going on, sis? What's going on? I was telling them about our conversation earlier, and what prompted me to do this video. It was a conversation me and Miss Sean was having about religion and this stuff, and she was the one that kind of got me to pay attention to my delivery on how I speak about this. So shout out to you, Miss Sean.
Off of their community, feeding their community and their congregation false hope under the guise of belief. Just selling them a good belief story.
And once these pastors get exposed for their scamming ways, all they have to do for people who are still easily manipulated is go on some popular radio show or go stand before you or go on some television show and just tell you how sorry they are in the name of God.
Now I guess after reviewing the footages or people straight up snapping on this dude, he had to come back and apologize.
Cuz you crazy, bro.
Good evening. My name is Carlton Funderburg. I'm the senior pastor of Church of the Well right here in Kansas City, Missouri.
That's all they got to do. Once they get caught up doing a little nonsense, all they got to do is come stand before y'all and say, I have sinned. Oh, woe is me, and Lord, please forgive me. If the Lord forgives me, y'all gotta forgive me too, okay? And y'all say, yeah, Pastor, yeah. And this is why I fought with myself about doing this video, even a response to this shit. Because this is all it takes right here. Once they get called out on their holy hustle, all they have to do is come do this.
I want to take this moment to address the now viral video clip of me from a sermon given August the 7th, 2022.
That's the narrative that has been shared, that I locked folks up in my church, that, I made them give $40,000 and I wouldn't.
Word semantics. Word semantics. Okay, whether you said close the door or lock the door, the purpose was you didn't want people moving, my nigga. You didn't want nobody. The purpose of saying close the door was to keep people in their seats, as if to subliminally say, hey, ain't nobody moving because the doors are closed. Now, I ain't saying you can't get out of here, but as a subliminal message, I'm telling you to close the doors. I ain't say lock the doors. Now they want to play word games, him and Ricky Smiley. Now they want to play little word games, word semantics. Now I ain't say lock the doors. Now y'all lying on me. You see how they try to move the goalposts? I ain't say lock the doors. And y'all are turning this clickbait into something that it wasn't. No, nigga, you said close the doors, nigga, as if to tell us not to move, nigga, until you received. Because if it wasn't that, bro, you could have left the doors open. If I can simply get up and walk anyway with the doors closed, then that means I could have simply got up and walked anyway with the doors open. What did you need to stress? Close the doors. Close the doors. I said close them doors. Who you playing with? See, this is how easily they get over on the people in the churches.
2022.
That's the narrative that has been shared, that I locked folks up in my church, that, I made them give $40,000 and I wouldn't allow them to leave until they gave it to me. And to be honest with you, that is absolutely false.
And they understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors.
Now, my question is, why did he have such a problem with the doors being open, but the other bishop didn't? The bishop that took up the money before him didn't ask for no doors to be closed. But he was like, nah, I know y'all done already gave that nigga some money, but hold on, nigga. Y'all niggas gonna give me some money too. Matter of fact, close them doors. Close them doors. Fuck y'all. Who y'all playing with? And my problem is, God sits back and he watches this. He lets this go on. He doesn't intervene. He allows this to happen over and over and over again to his people. Now, I'm telling y'all, the reason I added so many of other pastors doing this same hustle is because I wanted to show y'all this ain't exclusive to this man right here. This holy hustle been going on forever. And I just wanted to show y'all a history of the holy hustle being going on in God, Jesus, Allah, Muhammad, Jehovah, the higher power, the most high, who else? The great spirit, the source. Who else do y'all believe in? They allow it to happen over and over and over and over again, and they don't stop it. That's all I'm saying.
Close the doors. Close the doors.
I want every door in the chained and locked. All of them. Yes, sir.
How they didn't mean it that way in the name of God. How things were taken out of context in the name of God.
It's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight.
And those same believers, those same people who are easily manipulated, will stand up and clap and cheer for the scamming pastor and his scamming ways. And everything will be totally fine.
Yeah. Number one, that offering was taken last year.
Irrelevant fact. Who cares? Who cares? When this is what you call an irrelevant fact. Who cares when it was taken? Who cares? It still happened.
This was a service that happened last August. Number two, it didn't happen.
What time is it? I like pears. That's irrelevant. Irrelevant fact. Who cares when it happened? It happened.
Happened at my local church.
You'll continue to allow these so-called pastors and men and women of God to continuously manipulate you. But for those of us who are not falling for the scams anymore, who are looking at reality and seeing these churches, these religions, these gods for exactly what they are, imagination and profit and control to control.
You know, looking at the video, maybe I was a little more assertive than I should have been.
This is just like Joel Osteen. Now he comes out because he's catching backlash from the people. Now he comes out and says, looking at the video, maybe I was a little too assertive. Only because he's being called out on his bullshit. Same with Joel Osteen. Joel Osteen just said, hey, yeah, we praying for y'all niggas down there in that hurricane. We ain't coming out there in that shit. We ain't unlocking no doors. Then when they caught the backlash from the people, oh, now we're going to come down and open God's doors for the people of God, and we're going to help. This is all they have to do. And then you'll come sit in my church Sunday as if I was the savior of the community. And you'll cheer me on. Now that I come on the radio show and say, maybe I was a little too assertive, you'll come back to church Sunday and you'll cheer me on for hustling you out of $40,000. This is why I was not really interested in even making a video about this shit.
And I can apologize for that. I can apologize for that. But three things I need to make sure that people understood. Number one, the $40,000, if it was $40,000 that was raised, was never given to me. That money was raised for the purpose.
Irrelevant fact. Another irrelevant fact. Nobody said it was for you personally, but we know y'all gonna split that shit up in the back, my nigga. Oh, you getting a cut, nigga. You're a part of the budget. Ain't that what it was for? The budget that you niggas created. And y'all had to meet that budget. People's hotels had to get paid for. Them fancy cars and them jets had to get paid for. So who's going to pay for that if not the people of God?
And I can apologize for that. I can apologize for that. But three things I need to make sure that people understood. Number one, the $40,000, if it was $40,000 that was raised, was never given to me. That money was raised for the purpose of taking care of the budget for their conference.
Y'all don't think he was a part of the budget for that conference? Y'all don't think that bishop that took up the other offering, y'all don't think he was a part of the conference? Man, I've been in this shit all my life, my nigga. My parents been at them conferences. Come on, man. Who y'all playing with? See, remember I told you when it comes to religion, it don't have to make sense as long as you believe what the fuck they're saying to you. They can tell you anything.
Not Marvin Sapp.
Though there is context behind the content of the clip, no context will suffice to explain the hurt and anguish caused by my words.
Oh, if y'all don't remember who this guy is, this was the pastor that called you niggas broke, busted, and disgusted. Cause you niggas didn't get him a Movado watch. Nigga, y'all tripping, nigga. But because his video went viral and people called him out on that bullshit, guess what he has to do? He has to come do damage control to the people of God.
I've spoken to those I am accountable to and have received their correction and instruction. I have also privately apologized to our church, who has extended their love and support to me.
If this video wouldn't have went viral, you would not be watching this apology, is all I'm saying. And guess what? God would have allowed that shit. Jesus wouldn't have made that nigga come out here and do a fucking apology video had this video not gone viral. That's all I'm saying to y'all. That's all I'm saying. Jesus would have sat back and watched this shit. The same way Jesus watched, what's his name, Dylan Rufin Dylan, walk in there and kill all those black people in that church praying to Jesus. Jesus watched that shit happen and did nothing. That's all I'm saying. The Most High saw that shit too. So did the higher power. So did the Great Spirit. So did the source. Allah saw that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Jehovah seen it too. And they did nothing. They watched it, according to y'all. That's all I'm saying. Remember, you're watching this video through the eyes of somebody who don't believe in none of this holy hustle shit. None of it.
What has happened is people have taken clickbait and made something out of it that it isn't.
The video clip does not reflect my heart or my sentiments toward God's people, yet that's not discernible in the clip. Therefore, I offer this sincere apology to you today. No context could erase the words I used. I apologize to all who have been hurt, angered, or in any way damaged by my words. The zeal of any presentation must be tempered with love and respect, and that was not displayed. I apologize to the church at large for any undue scrutiny I have subjected you to. I apologize to every preacher and pastor who must stand up under the controversy that I have caused. To those who know and love me, thank you for your support. To those who now know me, because of this video clip, I regret that your first impression of me is one of anger, hate, and resentment. My actions and my words are inexcusable. I offer no justification or defense. That moment was mishandled and mismanaged. I deeply regret this moment, and I solicit your prayers and your forgiveness as we grow forward. Thank you. God bless you.
And before I go, I'd like to share with you a conversation that I had with a former bishop out of Florida, ex-Bishop Powder. Now, I want you to listen to what this former bishop had to say about raising money for the church. And now you'll understand why I tell you this Jesus hustle is nothing new. These people are actually taught how to manipulate the people in most of these mega churches. And the sad part about it is a lot of these pastors don't even believe in the religion or the God that they preach about.
And that's what I started this live off telling y'all about. I got a homeboy back home who became a preacher. He don't believe in none of this shit. But he became a preacher. He's a preacher right now back home. And he only does it because it's an easy hustle. It's not even illegal in what he's doing because the people actually pay for him to lie to them every Sunday. They go in their pocket. And the better he can make the lie sound, the better he can make them feel, is the more money they give him. He's not even doing anything illegal. Morally, is he a scumbag for what he's doing? I would say so. But the crazy part is, if I was to do this right now, if I was to become a pastor, I would get all kind of side eyes. You know what I'm saying? Because people know I don't believe in this shit. But if I decided to start a church and become a pastor of my church and preach this Jesus hustle, this holy hustle to the people and I'm just make people feel good. That's all I got to do is sell them some false hope and sell them some prayers and tell them Jesus said it. And make money off these people, I would get all kind of side eyes. I would be called all kind of scam artists and con artists. Yet, Jesus lets other people do it and get away with it. Allah lets other people do it and get away with it. The Most High allows other people to do this every week and get away with it. The higher power lets other people get away with this same Jesus hustle on the people. Jehovah sits back and watches other people scam the people of God every Sunday. But the moment Cali chooses to do it and just treats it as a business, all I will be doing is offering a service. These people want to be lied to. They want to be lied to. It's not illegal to lie to somebody. And they're willing to pay me for their lie. They're willing to pay me money to lie to them. They're willing to pay me money for me to put some swag into how I tell the lie. They're willing to go in deep in their pocket and allow me to say, Jesus said, God said, God told me to tell you to go deeper in your pocket. Don't worry about that light bill, sister. Oh, God is going to take care of everything. I would be all kind of side-eyed and con artists, but Jesus and all these other guys that y'all believe in sit back and allow these pastors and shit to do this to people and no consequence. Even when they get caught, all they have to do is come out and say, I'm sorry, I have sinned against God. And y'all gonna stand up and cheer. I don't get it. It's cool when they do it, but it's a problem when I do it. Why?
Like I tell you, when I made bishop, I was still doing the tithe thing. Matter of fact, I was taught how to manipulate. I was taught from my bishop, resigned bishop, he told me, hey, to get the household, get the woman. He said, if you get the woman, you got the household. That was I was taught coming up. If you get the woman, everybody else would follow. I'm speaking out on this because I been with the Brian Carrs of the world. He's from Jacksonville, Florida. I've been behind the scenes. I know for instance, if we come to your town, we know we need $1 amount to raise. And we collect offerings and we go back there, they count the money. And if it's not what we want, we go back and start prophesying. I'm telling you what I've done myself.
Bishop telling y'all the game. Don't this sound like what I just showed y'all all through this video? He's telling y'all. He was in them offices. He was back there in them offices. And I'm just showing y'all this to just show y'all that shit y'all saying with Marvin Sapp ain't nothing new. This hustle been around.
To the people of God. So I know how to get the money. If I get the woman, I got your money. And this
Didn't I tell y'all? If you get the woman, emotions. They're not thinking logically. They just want to feel good, or they're lusting after the pastor or somebody in the church.
right here, I fault myself because I destroyed so many households because of this method I was taught. I would tell a wife, don't sleep with your husband if he's drinking. You get where I'm coming from?
And God allows that. Jesus allows this to happen. I mean, this still happens. He's telling you what happened when he was doing this, when he was scamming the people of God. This still goes on. These pastors are ruining households, and Jesus, God, Allah, Muhammad, Jehovah, the Most High, the higher power, the Great Spirit, Source, all of them, all of these imaginary things y'all believe in, sits back and watches all of this shit happen. Let that sink in for a second. Oh, I don't believe in Jesus. I believe in the higher power. Well, I don't believe in the higher power. I believe in the Most High. Oh, I don't believe in the Most High. I believe in Source. Oh, I don't believe in the Source. I believe in the Great Spirit. Oh, I don't believe in the Great Spirit. I believe in Jehovah. Oh, I don't believe in Jehovah. I believe in Allah. And all of them motherfuckers is sitting back watching y'all get played. All of them. And y'all ain't seen none of these invisible things, faces, ever.
We go back and start prophesying. I'm telling you what I've done myself to the people of God. So I know how to get the money. If I get the woman, I got your money. And this right here, I fault myself because I destroyed so many households because of this method I was taught. I would tell a wife, don't sleep with your husband if he's drinking. You get where I'm coming from? Now this caused this man to go out and get him another woman. I'm breaking up households. I've done that.
Wow. As you should. As you should. I was asked this question last night. Well, if they're not going to believe in heaven or hell or God or the devil, like what do they believe in? This sister right here on the screen gave you a great answer.
Through ignorance. So I'm a bishop and I met T.D. Jakes before he was T.D. Jakes. This why to this day, T.D. Jakes, matter of fact, he took my phone 3 years ago from the FBI, seized my phone because I had footage on there doing, explaining this, what I'm telling you we did. And they seized my phone. So I know personally And so when I speak to these Christians today, people, I say, I've been behind the scene with these mega churches.
The guy sitting right there next to me, his name is William Jones. He's an ex-pastor too. He woke up from religion too. Look him up on YouTube. He has great content. William Jones, ex-pastor William Jones. This guy on the right side, his name is Bishop Powder. My sister DeWanda knows him personally down there in Florida. I had a conversation with both of these guys. William Jones woke up from religion. He left the church. He's an ex-pastor, had his own church and everything. Bishop Powder is telling you his story down there in Florida. All right. Yeah, people wake up out of this nonsense.
Yeah. I know when we come, I'm telling you right now, TD Jakes, if you ain't got $150,000, he ain't even come out of the couch for you. He's not coming out of the couch for you. It's not about a belief system. And the thing about it is, they know they have no God to that's gonna judge them. They know this is a game. This is a money game.
They know, my brother.
They know this. This is a money game.
They know.
And right now, and when I resigned, when I left my bishop chair with Bishop Carlson, I was under the church. I took every dollar that was in the bank account and I divided amongst all tithe payers my last 2 years. And that's when they got me out of church.
As far as I know, it is.
They dethroned me. I gave back every dime that I was able to get out that bank account to the members that I knew paid tithes. And so right now I'm blackwashed and blackballed, but I'm free.
Brother, you free. Wow.
I'm free. I'm free. So I'm telling you right now, anybody see me, I'm telling you right now, I was a bishop. I know Brian Carr. Brian Carr knows me. That's why when he see my face, he don't reply to me because I know his mom and his daddy. Matter of fact, his father did time in prison together. So that's how close I know the family.
Wow.
I'm telling you, when TD Jakes and them guys come down, we got a dollar amount to raise.
Wow.
And when we pass that basket around and go back and count that money, if that dollar amount is not what we supposed to have, we go back and start prophesying.
Yeah. Yeah.
In fact, I'm gonna tell you, it's a trick. In fact, I would cut a $10,000 check and take it back there to start it off and then tear it up to get its games to be played.
Yeah.
I'm telling you personally, because I've done it. I am a certified bishop with a master's degree. I know the tricks. And so when I went to Israel in my military career, like I said, I did 22 years special forces. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you my feet. This was the injuries of war. So,
yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So I'm telling you, Kelly, this group right here, what's happening is you are infecting the collection plate.
Yes, I understand. Yes.
You understand that? You are infecting the collection plate. And when you affect the dollar, something gotta be done with it. That's why they stopped me. That's why I can't, matter of fact, I can't even go anywhere TD Jakes or Brian Carr are preaching at. And that's in black and white. Because I affect their money.
Yes.
And so when I tell people that I ran with these guys, I know the tricks and the trades of their whole envelope up and they read a name, say God, fall a letter. I know these things. So my thing to you, man, is be careful. Because they can do it to me. If they can do it, they took my phone and my laptop and stuff from my house. It can be done. It can be done. I'm going to tell you like you said, I don't care who said. Go to YouTube and show me one time that you ever seen TD Jakes read from the Bible. He can't read.
Woo!
He's what you call a functional, illiterate person. I'm telling you that because I've been behind the scene. He cannot read. He would never do a live interview without an earpiece in his ear. He's illiterate.
These snakes.
Yeah, he's a snake. He is a snake. And his point is, he told me personally, he said, if you get the woman, you got the money.
So tribe, in my closing of this video, I fought real hard on if I should do a commentary video on this topic or not, simply because I've learned that every day a new fool is born. And all it takes is for these pastors to come out and they say, I'm sorry in the name of God, or it was taken out of context in the name of Jesus. And all these people are going to do is fall right back in line over and over and over and over again. And the Jesus hustle, the holy hustle continues. So with that being said, that's my perspective on the Marvin Sapp story. Many of you already know I don't follow religions. They're man-made. They're created by man. They're created to control the masses. And it's all in what you choose to believe. And unfortunately, some people just have to believe in something. So they'll believe in something outside of them that they can't even prove exists more than they will believe in themselves. And that's unfortunate. Until next time, this is my perspective on the Marvin Sapp Jesus Hustle story.
Amen. Ushers lock the doors. I'm wrong.
All right, y'all. I dropped the link in the chat for those who might still be in here. I know I told y'all. I know someone was asking me earlier to drop the link in the chat because they had some things they wanted to say. I just wanted to get through the video before I did, so I'm gonna be here for about 30 more minutes. But I want to show y'all something before I go. Right? I want y'all to check this out. I just want to show y'all how people play in y'all face. All right. I want y'all to look at this. And you can go on YouTube and you can find this book right now on YouTube. This book is called How to Make a Negro Christian. This book is still sold on the World Wide Web today. This is a real book. A real book. And this is what I want y'all to understand. They gave you your God. Your enemy gave you your God. The people that you cry about, oh, white supremacy this and white supremacy that. And oh, well, they gave you your God. They gave you your God to worship. And this book was written by a real slave owner, Reverend Charles Colcock Jones, who prays to the same Jesus as the slaves did. He prayed to the same. He's a Reverend Charles Colcock Jones is his name. He prayed to the same Jesus as he gave his slaves to pray to. All right. Now I want to show y'all this. Let me play this.
This is a reading of The Religious Instruction of the Negroes by Reverend Charles Colcock Jones, published in 1832. Read for you by Keith Stump. Note, I found this one of the most vile and disgusting pieces of writing I have ever encountered. I am reading it for its historical value, and in no wise do I support a single word in it. Also note that usually when I do my readings, I make 2 recordings and use the best portions from each. I shall not be doing that this time because I don't think I can stomach reading this twice. So please forgive any mistakes or stumbles over words.
I just wanted to show y'all that. That's a real book. It was really written by a slave owner. How to Make a Negro Christian is still sold today on the World Wide Web. And I'm just telling y'all this because I'm just showing y'all how they play in y'all face when it comes to these religions. These white folks created these religions and these gods, and they put it in y'all face to control you niggas. Not just you niggas, just the masses, period. But you niggas are y'all are so in love with these imaginary gods that they gave y'all, and told y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let me pull this up. And they told y'all these gods are real. All right. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I want to put this up on the screen for y'all. They told y'all these gods are so real. Now, let me pull this up. Let me get it up on my screen real quick. I want y'all to see. I'm not lying to y'all. This is a real book that they still sell today. You can go buy this book right now. How to Make a Negro Christian. That's the book I was just playing. Then you can go on YouTube and they'll read the book to you. And I'm just trying to show y'all, like, at what point do y'all wake up? They made this shit. Told y'all, nigga, we're gonna give you a God. We're gonna give y'all niggas a Jesus to worship. The same Jesus we worship. The same Jesus that we was beating y'all ass with in slavery. We gonna give y'all that nigga to pray to that nigga. Pray to that Jesus. That the same Jesus that we pray to after we beat the shit out of y'all niggas. Y'all pray to the same Jesus. He gonna help y'all one day, but you gotta act right. You niggas gotta act right though. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Like, I just kind of want y'all to see what y'all dealing with, man. Like, are you serious? Like, they still sell this book in y'all face today. And y'all still running around here screaming, thank you, Jesus. Oh, Lord, thank you, God. Oh, I'm covered in the blood of Jesus. Oh, Jesus, this and Jesus, that. Yeah, man. Like, so again, I try to watch my delivery for some of y'all, but sometimes I just can't help like the way I deliver the shit because I just can't believe in 2025 we're still running around here talking about some Jesus shit. Some imagine we still waiting on Jesus to come. Huh? Oh, he's soon to come. As if the word soon don't have a definition to it. As if the word Jesus, as if the word soon doesn't mean the near future. That's all I'm saying. Like, y'all still, it just like, and this is why I told y'all when I was writing that song, I just started crying. Like, really, it bothered me because my parents are gonna die with this Jesus stuff. They're gonna die. They're gonna die. Like, go to their grave, still talking about some nigga named Jesus. Jesus. And that's why, and this is the reason I cried. That's what I'm talking about, Renita. This is the shit that made me cry. And I don't cry about much. It take a lot for me to shed a tear about something. But it bothered my inner being to know that people willfully pay to be lied to every Sunday, every day, some people 7 days a day willfully pay to be lied to just so they can feel good. What's up, Florida? That's all I'm saying. It's all feel good shit. It's all imaginary bullshit. It's a belief that you choose to believe for whatever fucking reason you choose to ignore reality to believe some shit that just makes you feel good. You trick yourself in the head when you pray. You trick yourself
to believe your prayer worked or your prayer. It's emotion. Emotion. You trick yourself to believe some God did something for you and you can't prove it. The sister said it best earlier. I believe in me. I have the ability to create. I have the ability to take life. I have the ability to change things in this realm of life by doing shit. And I can prove that I actually did it. I refuse to believe in some shit outside of me that I can't fucking even, I can't even tell you what the shit looks like. I couldn't even tell you it if I saw it. And that's what y'all do with Jesus and Allah and Jehovah and all of the other little created gods they made up for y'all to believe in. Y'all don't know what none of these, you wouldn't even be able to acknowledge its presence visually. Because ain't none of these religions, none of them have seen their God. None of them, not one religion, none of them can tell you what their God looks like. This is why I cry. And y'all run around here destroying your families, judging your family members, tearing down your families, ruining your relationships, um, uh, judging people you don't even know behind these gods, these invisible, y'all are grown adults running around here talking about a Jesus, Allah, a Muhammad, whoever, a Jehovah. And then I ask you, well, what the fuck do they look like? Oh, we don't know. They go, what? You niggas you tell me a nigga named Jesus moonwalked on the top of a body of water. I tell you a bitch named Dorothy clicked her heels 3 times and magically went back to Kansas with Toto. And y'all tell me y'all don't believe the Toto Dorothy story, but y'all believe the nigga named Jesus got on top of some fucking water and moonwalked, nigga, did the motherfucking heel toe dance on top of some motherfucking water, nigga. And y'all believe that shit. But when I say Dorothy clicked her heels 3 times and magically went back to Kansas because she wanted to go back home, y'all will tell me that's a fairy tale. When I tell y'all there was this guy named Peter Pan who had a little butterfly fly thingy that used to be a little magical thing that used to be around him called a Tinkerbell. And I tell y'all about that, y'all will tell me that's a fairy tale. Yet y'all will tell me to believe in a magical virgin birth, my nigga, like as if that shit really happened. I'm confused. Y'all will tell me about a talking donkey, nigga, like a donkey talk? For real? Nigga, a donkey. Y'all niggas, you believe a donkey talk. Yet I tell you about Shrek and you tell me Shrek ain't real. Nigga, like, what? How do we distinguish this? Y'all are grown adults talking to me about a donkey talking. And y'all want me to take y'all serious. You niggas tell me about a nigga that's busy and with some red horns. I mean, y'all are grown adults telling me this shit and want me to take you serious. You niggas, you grown adult niggas, is telling me about some red nigga with some horns that live underneath the ground or some shit with a bunch of fire, and y'all call that nigga the devil, Satan. And I ask you, what? Like, y'all believe that shit? Then I tell y'all about a nigga named Freddy Krueger, and y'all tell me that nigga ain't real. Like, what? What? What?
So y'all want me to believe in the devil, nigga, but y'all don't believe in Freddy Krueger or Jason or Michael Myers. Or, yeah, man, like, yeah. I be trying to watch my delivery with this shit, y'all, because I think if some of the shit I say make you feel stupid, I think you should feel stupid at this point in your life if you still believe in any of this garbage. I think at this point you should feel stupid. How you gonna tell me about the devil, but you don't believe in Freddy Krueger? How you gonna tell me about Jesus walking on the top of water, but you don't believe Dorothy clicked her heels 3 times? You can't prove neither one of them shits. You can't prove Dorothy clicked her heels 3 times and went back to Kansas, and you can't prove Jesus walked on the top of no fucking water and turned no water into wine and none of that shit. But you believe it for some reason. And y'all sit back and Jesus, Allah, Jehovah, and all of them gods sit back and watch all the bullshit that goes on in this world. I mean real bullshit that goes on in this world, and they do nothing. I mean bullshit like this.
Yeah. Yeah. You said you loved me. It was all lies. You said it while you looked me softly in the eyes. You said it while you wiped the tears from my eyes. And I wonder why. Why the fuck did you touch me? You made me feel so lucky. You made me feel like everything. Now I feel like nothing. You made me feel so pretty. I know I'm ugly, but I feel so beautiful. Every time that you hug me, I told mine she played it off like it's all good. So in my head it was all right. I remember our first time, you told me that it was all tight. Me and mom played dress up. She told me to wear the dress you like. And then we had a daddy-daughter date, and that's the night that you really changed my life. Cause I'm weak-minded, I'm naive, I'm insecure, and I'm hurt. Sometimes I end up with fuck niggas, so I fuck niggas, that's worse. Good guys ask me on dates, they don't get played, get them away first. And it's cause you and what you did to me, I would've never thought that you would hurt me. What's the purpose? I trusted you, I really trusted you. When I'm in the mood, my first thought is we fucking dudes. Then they touch me, I get pissed, I let them rule. Then turned off, cause it's like fucking you. Why would you touch me? I did forget, I'm just trying to block the shit. I'm just trying to erase the memories me and my father did. I don't think that shit was right, thought I was my father's kid. But you had me thinking that was love, and that's the shit that fathers did, it wasn't. You played me, nigga, you played me. And now you saying you can't accept the gay me? When you the reason that a nigga can't sleep? When you the reason God probably hate me? Fuck you, I made it out the closet that you built around me. I know that I was born this way, but you helped me count the ladies out. You told me being gay was sick, but put your dick inside my mouth. And now you found God and want me to take a different route. Nah, I only came to tell you that I love you. And no matter what you did, I never wish harm for you. And to tell you I forgive you, I know you a better person. And to tell you since you found God, go visit him in person, bitch.
Yo, what up, y'all? Just want to let y'all know no one was hurt during the filming of this video. If you or anyone you know is or have been abused, make sure you tell an adult or call the number that's on the screen.
Now I find it funny that we have to call an adult or a number on the screen. I just find that interesting. When God sat there and watched everything that young girl said happen to her, Jesus watched it, Allah watched it, Jehovah watched it, Muhammad watched it, the higher power watched it, the Great Spirit watched it, the source watched it, all of them. The Most High, he watched it too. That's all I'm saying. At what point do you don't believe in Jesus because you believe in a higher power now. You don't believe in a higher power now because you believe in Jehovah now. You don't believe in Jehovah now because you believe in stones now. You don't believe in stones now because you believe in crystals now. You don't believe in this now because you believe in that now. And the world is still fucked up. all behind these concepts, these imaginary concepts. Yeah, I can't follow none of this shit. Hey, with that being said, man, I'll leave y'all with this.
David Banner.
If you could only know my feelings, you would know how much.
Look, fuck all that protesting and marching peacefully. They still gon' find a way to handle us egregiously, legally. If I may get this shit up on my mind now. We born in the battlefield, can't call no time out. Every time now, it's another one of us lying out, crying out. I can't breathe until he dies out. Make me ask myself, what would you die about? I doubt. If nigga been banging since junior high, let them fly on opposition resembling you and I. Racist cracker gives a fuck about it. It never will till they start picking up a couple bodies. When we got killed within some hours, scared a rain shower. The pain hurt, but the cold hard fact of the matter is getting worse. Damn. If I could wish upon a star, I send a special bullet everywhere you hateful bastards are. Pull a string like a Gibson guitar, wait from afar. Slow motion, watch it enter your temple and exit your jaw. Send you all to hell with a scar, a conversation piece. Hoping maybe leads to a joke when you and Satan speak. Yeah, you were patronizing us, we waited patiently. Well, you'll probably give your life to trade a day with me. Call that shit an eye for an eye, my nigga, by any means. Had extended clip before skinny jeans. Now bow and arrows and cop cars with kerosene. That's how I'm feeling.
For me to be all alone, all alone.
Fuck that shit. That's how I'm feeling.
For me,
ain't no guy that calm me down. That's how I'm feeling.
All alone.
Fuck that shit. That's how I'm feeling.
I had a dream. Me and King saw Zimmerman. We laid low, masked up in a rental van. He killed a child, body was stiff and twisted, man. A mother cried, only one way to fix it, man. How long for the people in the street get tired of the evil, say fuck that? How long will they kneel to the heel of the state with a foot in their face so they bust back? Won't be long for agents of the state get ate like steak cause the people too strong. Who's coming one Sunday, it's blood by Monday, I promise I won't be long. Lame nigga, same nigga, found out cracks had money on his head. Lame nigga, same nigga, calling me like Michael, I'm scared. I hug that nigga like Michael did Fredo, kept a G like Mike Cato. Excessive force, leave a nigga no choice, but a nigga better shoot a shot fatal. Bad boy, tell me what you gonna do when the police kill your mom. Fuck that, I follow Obama when he killed her crackers that killed Breonna. I take that charge stick out my chest, confess to Judge Your Honor. I'm the truth, my ancestors pray for your honor and fuck your mama. Tell 'em I ain't your mama.
That's how I'm feeling.
For me to be all alone, all alone.
Fuck that shit. That's how I'm feeling.
For me,
ain't no guy that calm me down. That's how I'm feeling.
All alone.
To the broad finish, but we all been in need a superhero. Can you call in and that a nine problem never solved in it? But we got the work down to Albany. Keep it law and order, it's a tall order. Murder after murder, people y'all killings, our aunts, uncles, our grandchildren. Can't ask for it, gotta take that shit.
Ain't no repentance, eye for an eye, we want our vengeance. Life for a life, he kill your fiance, kill his wife. Same for his father, generations of sons and daughters. It's hard to stomach, they say I sound like Khalid Muhammad. I say you got me, we living under these fucking Nazis. What you expected, people riot and you respect it.
Split decision, gotta pick a side with this division. But we ain't fit for living, we can't protect our women and children. Man, we get sick, they just gon' give us some Clorox or penicillin. Experimenting Tuskegee, showed me you would deceive me.
As the city burning down in the nightfall, 96 Impala, we just bouncing like it's round ball. This ain't the 90s and the youngins ain't scared, y'all. The water boys, they might shoot back at the red dogs. I tell them plot, plan, strategize, organize, and mobilize a secret army and stay unified.
That's how I'm feeling.
For me to be all alone, all alone. Yeah.
Fuck that shit. That's how I'm feeling.
For me,
ain't no guy that calm me down. That's how I'm feeling.
All alone.
Fuck that shit. That's how I'm feeling. I mean the truth is, I'm a human, you're a human. Skin color aside, riddle me this. How dare I speak peace to a maniac? The fuck does that make me? I mean, You motherfuckers can bend your knees, man, fold your hands and your Bibles and pray as much as you motherfucking want, but the art of not fighting back was brought to us by Christianity. That was given to us by our oppressor. So you continue to follow that, you continue to follow them. I be goddamn. I tell you what, nigga, you see me down bad, motherfucker on my ass, nigga, don't fail me, nigga, help me, nigga. I'm telling you that, nigga, while I'm right here, nigga. Nigga, I do the same for you. No cap, nigga. That bullshit ain't about nothing.